Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Wasted Local Talent. This week we have the guys from In Touch Music Group, and this is also Chris's first full interview, so I apologize in advance. They gave me a lot of crap and heckled me a little bit since I wasn't involved in this interview, so I was going to give it back, but you know what? I'm going to let it slide this time, guys, because I don't feel very well. I have a headache, and I'm currently sitting on the floor in my bedroom recording this because I forgot to do this in the studio the other day. Anyway, I'm going to keep this short. First off, we have a couple things that we need to talk about. We've got our sponsors who have donated to our Christmas giveaway. And again, I want to apologize for everybody for not getting the winnings out quite yet. I still am jobless and broke as hell, and I got to get some boxes to get this stuff sent out to you. Once I do that, we're going to actually get that out to you. So it should be out next week. You'll be receiving those in the next couple weeks. Again, I apologize. But first off, we have Wild and Wonderful Lifestyle Company. They sell apparel and goods inspired by wild and wonderful West Virginia and the people who call these hills home. They create products while building community in the heart of West Virginia. You can check them out at wildwonderfullifestyle.com. Wild and Wonderful Lifestyle on Facebook, and at Wild Wonderful Lifestyle Co. on Instagram. And next, we have the Gurus of Gaming podcast, which is one of the podcasts under the 13 Palm Trees banner. The Gurus of Gaming podcast is a podcast by gamers for gamers. Roger, Michael Folmsby, and Ryan Turner talk about everything video game related as well as everything else related. They release new episodes every Monday. And you can support them and receive bonus content at patreon.com/gurus of gaming. And their first two Patreon episodes that they've released, their bonus content, I'm actually in both of those episodes. So if you want to hear more of me ranting about food and movies and TV shows, donate to their Patreon. And last but not least, we have Trashmouth Press. He's an artist here in West Virginia, and he creates art, comics, and prints with the spirit of garbage in mind, and he wants you to join him on his creative journey as he explores the trashier side of life. You can visit his website at trashmouthpress.us or check out his Instagram at trashmouth.press. And I want to say I follow him, and I really, really enjoy his art. I think it's really, really cool, and I'd like to actually get some prints maybe of the Wasted crew. Maybe I can get him to do some prints of us and what we actually think each other look like, based on, the crap that Jed gives me and the crap that I give him and Chris's mindset, which would just be something that we'd have to censor probably. And yeah, so, but anyway, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. And if you could just leave us a review. All of that really helps us in our growth here, and we've been growing exponentially, and I want to thank you all for supporting us in our journey. And here soon, we're going to be launching our Patreon, so you could donate to that. We're just coming up with some tiers and some different ideas of what to give back to you. So just keep an eye out for that. And one last thing before we get to the episode with these guys from In Touch Music Group, I want to give a big shout out to Worst Kept Secret for allowing us to use their song Bender in our intro. And I know we heckle these guys and give them a hard time a lot, but these guys are really cool. Great guys, awesome musicians. And if you want to check them out, you can check them out on Facebook or Instagram at Worst Kept Secret WV. And then you can also search for them on Spotify, iTunes, any of the streaming sites, just by searching for Worst Kept Secret, and give them a listen, give them a like. And Pat Cole, I love you. Jared, you never skip leg day. Sean, you're beautiful. And Ryan, you're sexy.
What's up, everybody? I'm Jed.
I'm Chris Rad.
And this week, we're wasting our talent with
In Touch Music Group. What's up?
ITMG.
So what's up, guys?
What's happening?
A lot of things are happening, man. We've been working very, very hard. My name is Hash. I'm an engineer. I'm a producer. I throw shows for my team. and we have a lot of fucking fun making music. I'm allowed to say fuck.
Facts.
Oh, you
All
can say
the
whatever
fucks.
you
Oh,
want.
yeah, we can cuss.
You can
We
say
can
whatever.
cuss
All the fucks.
Oh, we can cuss. Okay.
That
Oh,
really
yeah,
comes
absolutely.
in handy when you're
Yeah,
interviewing
absolutely.
rap groups.
I thought I was
'cause
gonna
you
have
could
to
definitely
like
expect a lot of
silence
that.
myself or
Oh
something.
no, we can
good.
tag the
No
episode
bleeps
as
here.
explicit.
Nah, we good.
No FCC here.
Yo, all right. Well, guys, why don't you introduce yourselves?
It's
Yeah.
D.
Yo, it's
Yeah,
Dave.
Yo, it's D.
Catching Zzz in the building too.
Yeah, I got YP Dev over here.
Yeah, Sol Wav also over here.
Yeah,
We got a full house today.
Full house.
we got more
exactly.
people on the team, but
I think this is the
yeah.
well, no, I don't know.
Not
Is
we
this the
had-
biggest bro out that
might
we've ever
be
had
the
at
biggest.
Wasted Talent?
We had a lot of
actually
people
have-
in here for Ignite Entertainment, but I don't remember the exact number.
I'll tell you what, by the end of this interview, it's going to smell like straight up Slim Jims.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Oh,
Man Slim Jims.
so yeah, we'll throw it out there now. It's hot as shit today.
Yeah.
So the AC,
Unseasonably mild.
yeah, the AC was already put away, so the door's open.
Exactly.
So if anybody listening hears the wonderful sounds of beautiful Fairmont, then
Drink it
it's
in.
just more ambiance.
Drink it in.
to listen to.
Just
Drink
more
it
of the
in.
Wasted Talent flavor.
Yeah, you gotta love that 60-degree weather on December 1st.
Yeah, right?
Speaking of drinking it in, I definitely got that going on last night, and I was as wasted as the title of this podcast, and it was fucking great.
Feeling it today? Did you
Oh,
have
I
to
think
get
we
a little,
also.
do you have to get a little Pedialyte in?
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah,
I need
that's
some
the best.
Like Gatorade,
Oh, dude.
Powerade.
That is a must. That is a must.
People can say what they want. Fuck Gatorade.
Yeah,
Pedialyte,
fuck
bitch.
Gatorade. Nah.
Pedialyte. If it's too
Gatorade
much,
will
if it's
work,
too
but-
syrupy, water that shit down and take it down like a champ.
Yeah.
The only thing better than that is when I was in the military, I was a corpsman, I was like a medic, and we would just give ourselves IVs. So
Yeah,
like, we wake up in
I've
the
heard of
morning
people
and
doing
just
that more and more nowadays too.
IV.
do an
in the
IV in the morning, and like within like 15, 20 minutes, you feel so much fucking better.
Get those
So much
fluids
better.
up, bro.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
like
I've
I used to be able to put one in on myself. Like I would do it so
Damn.
often.
Damn.
You're going to need
So
that.
I actually used to be a phlebotomist.
Yeah.
And I was actually in school for medical lab technologies. And let me tell you how ITMG really got its gears off. No, really. I went through I spent 4 years working in my basement on making beats and engineering them and making them sound good. And trust me, I didn't talk to anybody. Like, no one. I didn't know these guys for you. Well, I knew Zach, but from school. Like, I didn't know D. I had known of Devin. I hadn't met any of them yet. And I didn't even know they were into music. Like, I knew Zach was making dope music. But I never really, like, got out there and actually, like, chased clientele. Hey, come to the studio. Because I didn't have a mic until sometime last year I got a mic. And then I was just recording some people for free. And then I was like, just throw me $10 or a gram. And then I was like, let's just, like throw me 30 and then throw me 40. And it just kept on going from there and building and building and building. But honestly, I actually didn't really go very public with my studio, or ITMG wasn't even incepted until April when I met Zach at 123 Pleasant Street again, because like we went to high school together. But I met him again and I was like, yo, I seen you've been doing some music. Like I've been working on beats. And he's like, man, like I don't know, like top or bottom from these beat things. Like I got Ableton, I got this, I got that. I can't stitch them together. I'm like, no worries. Come the fuck through. Let's make some wicked shit. And literally ever since then, Zach and I have been cooking up some fucking fire.
I like it.
Yeah.
No, what I think is dope about ITMG is that we've all been on our own grind for
Facts.
like years now, and I've been in touch with these people, but not musically. So it's like, we all do our own thing, and then we link up, and then it all just kind of came together, like for real. And then we were like, all right, let's start a group. Let's do something where we can push the same motive.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember like the
Full
exact
blown
moment.
team with it.
Exactly,
Exactly.
yeah. So like the exact moment we had the idea, our buddy Sam, he was in the studio and we were just like, we had just made a banger called Young and Reckless. That shit is nice. We've been sitting on that since like last winter.
Yeah, that's not even
too
out
long,
yet.
bro.
Yeah, like
No,
we
that
were
was summer.
literally
That
like,
wasn't
oh, we're
winter.
gonna release it in the summer. That didn't happen. I've got to mix that down. Like I had to make sure
You
I
need to
had-
make it a cold winter banger.
Yeah, yeah.
Dog days of winter.
Be young and reckless out in the winter, man. Like just not while you're driving in the
People
snow.
out just
turn it
going
up and you pull a
wild in the
blanket
fucking
out.
Snow.
Have some unprotected sex.
Some crazy shit.
something reckless.
Exactly, man. That's really how you be young and reckless for real. But I mean,
Oh, that's 100%. When you look up Reckless, that's
Yeah,
what
that's definitely
Don't
it.
even pull out neither.
you take it from me.
Yeah, don't need that.
Didn't
Don't
ask
need
any
that
questions.
Make a mistake.
Nuva, what?
shit. Oh man. For real though, it's been so much fun with these guys, and we have like really, really big visions. And as far as like, all of our individual talents, like we're really not a traditional, manager, label, artist kind of team. It's more like, hey guys, do what the fuck you want. I'm gonna make it sound really good. That's basically it. I'm like, Zach will come to me with like the chillest beat ever and the chillest lyrics ever, and I'll be like, all right, bro, let's do this shit. Let's put this down. And then D will come in with an absolute fucking face destroyer of a trap beat with like very, very raunchy lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
I'm
it's
nasty.
heads and tails within this group.
I'm the
You really
dirtiest
can't
one.
tell what's gonna go on.
I like
He
that.
Really
I like
is.
this. I
I'm
knew
the
I was
dirtiest
gonna like
one.
this guy
Yeah.
the most. Something about him. He came in with the 40, and I was like, oh man.
I mean, honestly, like,
Shout out Catching Zzz
Yeah.
for the 40.
That's
fact. He just showed up to my house this morning
He
with
just
3
showed up and
40s.
handed me this and was like, "We're going to
for the
drink 40s
team.
today." I was like, "Okay."
I definitely think that's a studio first. I think we've definitely had people come in here and drink before.
Yeah.
But
Just last weekend.
I don't
we turned
remember
up pretty good.
anybody-
Is this the
bringing
first
in-
40? The first 40s?
It might not be the first 40. It's definitely the first like fucking package of 40s. like
Multiple
sure.
guys
Yeah.
with 40s.
Bro, I need a 12 pack of 40s. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's true. We have like at any given night after we're done with the session in my studio, I empty out at least 3 garbage bags of fucking.
You talk
beer
about needing
and
Pedialyte
40s and-
afterwards.
yeah, no, you need like God, you need that
2 of
IV.
them.
We're gonna call you up next time, bro.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
just gonna
I'm
have
gonna
you
call
on
him
deck in
every
our studio
time.
sessions. Like
He'll hook you up with that IV special.
Yeah.
No, it'll be like
ITMG with
6
the
in the
IVs.
morning, and we're like Zach will come through with a whole caseload of like 40s just for everyone. It's great.
in a fucking mason jar of Bud.
That's
all
a
about
team
the
player
same.
right
Oh,
there.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, yeah,
That's
that's
a
the
team
thing.
player.
Yeah.
MVP.
That
You
is-
don't need
yeah.
to look around to find out who the
Facts.
MVP is.
I'm a giver,
He's-
bro. I'm a giver. We don't need Pedialyte when you got a bunch of blunts. Right?
That is so
Same
true,
thing.
man.
Yes, sir.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
you're
waiting
like
on?
Nature's
is, like,
Pedialyte.
I think every like band artist that we've had in here they've all always said like we all just get along. We just love doing music. I'm waiting for the people that come in here and are just like we fucking hate each other,
Well,
but we just make
I mean-
really good music.
You should see these two in the studio.
I fuck with
For
Devin
real.
all the time. But honestly, I mean, no team is gonna not have internal strife. There's also, internal strife in this music community, and it just
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
a part of the job. And there's been times where I've had
Well,
to
especially
like,
as a producer, right?
Yeah,
'Cause,
exactly.
Like, you have to tell people, like, "Hey, look, this doesn't sound good." And
Yeah,
some
yeah,
people don't
or
like
You
Or
it.
gotta
like-
check them. You
Yeah,
can't wait.
exactly.
You just can't build.
Yeah.
You want to build everybody up, but you can't
But if it sounds
baby
like dog
bad
shit,
ideas.
and like the artists, even if they feel some type of way, like, oh, I didn't really like how he said that. Like at the end of the day, you're paying me to put you in the best light, and
Right.
and I'm going to give you like it's their choice. Like, no, keep that lyric in there, or I'm not going to pay you. And I'll be like, all right, I'll keep it in there, and
Right.
like.
But
if
this
they-
song is gonna suck.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but if that's what they want to pay to get, then it is what it is. But
When they're
I will
writing the
help
check,
them.
but
yeah.
you'll be there to be the friend to be like, hey man,
yeah,
like
yeah.
maybe we don't have to cut it out, but let's do a couple other takes.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
so
think
that's-
that when
yeah,
it
yeah.
all comes together, you'll see that this was the better idea.
Yeah, it's always a work in progress, and I'm always trying to like customize things. Like even with Devin, like sometimes he'll come through with something so fire, and like me, I'll be like, oh, you could change that, and he's like, no, I don't have to change it. And I'll be like, oh, you could definitely change it. And then he'll get in there and he'll not change it. And I'll be like, actually, that's fire. I was so stupid for even asking him to change it because that shit's lit. So it happens. It's a two-way street. But that's all about the creation process.
Exactly, bro. That's
Yeah.
what it's all about. It's like each person, be able to like come in and give their own input on the
Exactly.
shit.
Yeah. Like it was so cool because like the first session I had with Zach, he's like, I have the beat done. There's no bass. I just have the drums and the melody. And I need you to like finish it up. And I was like, okay. So he just sent me everything, and like the drums wouldn't load, and I was like, oh, ass. But like I had the patterns there already, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like replace them with other drum samples.
Yeah.
And then I did that, added a bass, synth, and he just hopped right in, recorded it, and we were done.
Would you say that most of your guys' music is like that? It's much more of a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
Like you really go to every corner and everyone kind of has
Yeah,
a say.
like Dylan and I have worked on a couple songs recently, but I let him have his own creative space. And really, like, I'll just be like, I got the drums, I got the bass. Hey, Dylan, you want to throw a flute on there? and he'll just open up his
Skin
open up his
flute.
shit. Yes, yeah, throw your flute on there.
Professional skin flute player.
Yeah, we know that's you, YP. You don't gotta advertise
Chill.
your businesses like that, bro.
Chill.
But no,
It always comes down to dick with me.
It always does. It's always a dick joke.
It's always a dick joke. They're easy, but I got a lot of them.
That is, yeah. I feel like
Can't
that's
go wrong
something
with
that
a good
people-
dick joke.
Exactly.
You can't.
Can't. It's classic.
It is classic.
It's
I listened
like
to
the
Lex
best
and Terry for too long to not appreciate a good dick joke.
That's fair.
Fucking A.
one.
Fucking
Oh my
A.
God.
That local talent for real.
Yeah, facts. I mean, yeah, speaking of local talent, like, we have a shitload of it, man. Especially hip hop.
It's underrated, yeah.
Oh my God,
Very
so underrated.
underrated.
And it was like, before there was only like one engineer in the area or two who were very fucking expensive. And then, people move, people come, people go. And, I just saw that there was this really spaced out period when it was like, oh, 123 is having 0 hip hop shows. What?
I kind of feel like coming from a dude who's played in a heavy metal band for a long time, we kind of have become the bastard children of the local music scene where for whatever reason they don't want to put us on as much. They'll give cover bands or bluegrass bands or whatever alternative music. Not that there's anything wrong with those kinds of music, but they get more opportunities.
It's familiar, bro. That's why.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
people
Yeah,
don't want
it's
to.
a little more
very
safe.
easy to digest.
It's a little bit more safe.
Yeah.
And maybe the crowds aren't as crazy because I
Yeah.
get that a hip hop show,
Hip-hop
a
show,
metal
oh,
show
yeah.
can get fucking a little wild.
Definitely.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
So
So
that dude
this last
died
show,
in
this last
England,
show I
right?
threw out 123.
What's that?
Wait, what?
Some dude died at a Bring Me the Horizon show in England.
Holy
like, over the
what?
weekend.
Shit!
Bro,
Happens
it's
all the
time
time.
for- It's time
There
for
was
All the
this
time.
one
Some
guy-
dude
pit.
gets
You get
crushed in the
trampled.
pit
Yeah.
or a barricade.
There's this one dude
stage
who
dive
fell
gone
off.
wrong.
Yeah, at a Travis Scott concert, this dude fell off a balcony and he's suing him because he's
Oh,
like,
yeah, I saw that.
Because like Travis was like, jump, jump like up, but he was already on the thing, so he thought he was saying jump off of the balcony. And it's like, dude, if you're that fucked up where somebody's telling you to jump off a building when they're just telling you to jump up and down to the music, like, come on, man, like you're just really
You're kind of hearing
on.
what you want to
Exactly.
hear there.
But
Yeah,
honestly, man,
for
these
sure.
hip hop shows get fucking crazy. And even like I throw shows at 123. Last show, it was snowing like balls. We had 40 people come, and it sounds like shit. But then here's the rest of the
Those
story.
40 people were all in.
Very
though.
lit. Also, one of my acts was like 2 hours late because he fucking hit a deer on the way in Charleston, and somebody else who was already in Morgantown for the show, another one of my acts, drove all the way back to get him and then bring him back to the venue. And then all of them fucking raged out at the end of the night, and it was
a
so
soldier.
epic, bro. There was this dude who I've never seen in my life, like shirtless on stage. I'm like, bro, you're not even an act. I don't even know who you are. And like, there's like 5 people down there. Everybody else is getting drunk as shit, and he's like, I don't care, man. I'm shirtless. I'm partying right here, and I'm just like, wow, what the fuck?
Embrace it,
It was
dude.
so nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I was.
lit.
I was like, that's what I want. Like me as like a DJ, because I've been DJing since I was 15. I've been making beats since I was 15. I'm 23 now. So like, I've seen a lot of shit like go down in live music.
Sure.
And I have never had as much fun as, when I'm like, hey, we're doing an ITMG show. I'm going to be DJing it. That's when I have the most fun because like my homies are there, my friends, the people who I see in the
The
studio.
fam comes out.
Yeah, and all of their friends come out, they have fun. People who like, I haven't seen in years will come out and they'll be like, yo, dude, like, I remember when you were just starting on your laptop making shitty EDM beats in high school, and now you're doing this shit, like actually selling
Right.
tickets. And I'm like, yeah, that's what it's about. I mean, this is just the beginning though,
Yeah. And talking about the numbers too, and talking about shows in general, a good piece of advice for anyone that ever goes out to play, regardless of what it is, it's not a head count game. It's a percentages game.
Exactly.
You could go play your show to 500 people, and guess what? If they don't give a fuck, it's going to feel way worse than the time only 5 people came.
That's true.
It's about percentages. It's about engagement. How many people in the crowd aren't hanging out at the bar? They got their swerve. They come up and they're ready to engage in the show.
Yeah. So one of my acts, Marcus and Quan, they're both part of Team 100. They're also part of Team ITMG. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it today. I really wanted them to be here because they've have hella personalities, and I really
yeah.
fuck with them heavy. Like these boys work so hard. Quan wasn't even rapping when he came to me. His cousin Marcus was. And they just came in, and Quan's like, yeah, I don't know if I really want to do it, and I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, when you're ready, I got you. And, now we're working on some solo stuff with Quan. We're working on solo stuff with Marcus. You're going to see a lot of stuff popping up on, Spotify, iTunes, and these streaming sites. Right now, we have YP Dev's music video for Catch Up out on YouTube. And
shit's
you can
fire.
also...
That's my favorite song right now.
Yeah,
No
Wait,
cap.
ketchup?
yeah,
Like
Cat-
a
cat-
condiment?
No, not like the condiment. No.
No, yeah.
to fuck with him, though,
Catch up.
I definitely did label the session YP Dev - catch up, and then in parentheses catch up.
No, for real. No, like anytime I finish a song and he sends it to me, he fucks with the title every single
Me
time.
too.
A good working title is
He does
always a
that to
good
me all the
time.
time.
And I always put
always
like
a good time.
straight up insults in the subject, like "you're trash," and like send it is like, all right,
then-
where
and no,
Because you
and
know
then-
it's fire and you got to knock them down a little
then-
bit.
and then
You gotta
I end
knock
up
'em
That's
down.
what it is. That's what it is.
Solid.
He's just keeping us in check.
Listen, I know this shit is the bomb, but you need to shut the fuck up because you
Yeah.
suck.
So
This
whenever,
next song isn't going to be as good.
What's up?
oh yeah, I was gonna say whenever I shot the music video for Catch Up, I had to forward the song to the person who shot it, Cole Frazier, and
Shout out Cole real quick.
Yeah, shout out
for
Cole.
real, he's a real one.
He shoots some fire music videos, and yeah, so I had to forward him the song, and then I had to explain the title because like it was. Yeah,
It had all that
it was
shit
so
in
fucking
it.
stupid. Yeah.
Got lost in the translation.
I will always do that for more stories like this when we're back for part 2. But for real though, I mean, YP is interesting as hell because I actually heard his music before I met him. And it was really funny because a mutual friend of Dylan and I's, he came to the studio one day and he brought Dylan with him. He's like, yeah, this is my producer. And I'm like, all right, lit, cool. What's up, Sol Wav? And he had his little machine thing. And I was like, that's cool, man. That's legit. Like, I use zero outboard gear because I'm a true computer nerd. Like, I started with just my laptop and headphones. Yeah, nerd. And I will
Nerd
I will
alert.
die with my laptop and headphones. Like, I don't care. But no, for real though, I always has been on the computer. That's how I did my melodies, my drums, everything, mouse and keyboard programming. And people think I'm fucking nuts. But I actually did have an outboard keyboard at one point, and I was like, this is boring as fuck because I'm not intimate. I don't feel like I'm actually doing something. Like
Right.
when you have a
Not as in
touchscreen-
control of the show.
yeah, exactly. When you have a mouse and keyboard, now I have a touchscreen laptop. I can literally just take my drum sample and whoop, put it right there into my drum machine. Or I can like when I'm tracking vocals, I'll like mute the mic so I can play back on the big speakers and stuff like that. And my touchscreen helps a lot with that. Like I really don't feel like I need a keyboard. I mean, I might expand into it, but honestly, I haven't been even doing it. So like our workflow is like really, really for me hands-on. Like I actually like physically touch their vocals. I'll like pull it back and I'll like edit them. I'll do a whole bunch of cool little chops and stuff because it's so fun. Like tape stops.
That's how it is, bro. Like with the outboard shit, you can do all of that on a fucking computer now. So you
Yeah,
don't even need
exactly.
it, you know
Like
what I mean?
they've made it so that I mean I have like classic 1176 style and LA2A style compressors. I have a whole fucking gang of solid state Logic plugins. Like you're actually recording through a Logic board. And that shit to me is insane. Like a lot of our older songs that are fire, I purposely kept on deck because I'm like, I know I'm going to get better at engineering later. This deserves a better mix. I'm going to save this until I get solid state Logic plugins and all this fancy shit. Then I'm going to go back and mix it down.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff that I've been wanting to release, I've actually been keeping it so until it's as clean as possible. So when we put it out on iTunes and Spotify, it can stand up against industry standard things. And the way you do that is by using industry standard plugins. You can't be sticking to like one brand or one style of plugin and then expecting it to sound like, Kendrick Lamar, like, oh no, Mixed by Ali, he uses waves, he uses isotope, he uses universal audio, he uses a shitload of plugins to get that sound.
Right. Just the budget alone, what they're putting in, what you're going to possibly put
Yeah,
in. You
exactly.
can't compete with that.
Yeah, you really can't. So like that's why, you have to do the best by working inside the box. And most major engineers work in the box, meaning inside their laptops. Mixed by Ali in the box. You'll look at Kendrick Lamar's studio and you'll see big Logic mixing board, all that stuff. He's working in the box though. And like that's the crazy part. You've got You've got so many people who think that you have to have like a 24 channel mixer or like a 16 channel audio interface if you're just doing rap vocals, and you really don't need that shit. But if you plan on expanding into bands and everything and having a full drum room, then you need it. But guess what? It's still better to have those software plugins because you're still going to be spending thousands on actual compressors to compress your drums in when you can do the same thing with a universal audio and an emulation. So that way when you're playing your guitars in, you're not getting wicked peaks. These guys, especially Yo It's D, when he fucking yells on that mic, that shit will like previously it would have like gotten way up and like peaked and stuff. But you know, I've learned to control that just by working with artists like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, how do I control it? All right, I just got to take off like a decibel or two coming in so it's smoother. And I like to use analog model compressors for that because I don't want to have a digital sound. A lot of people love it. Like most hip hop is produced in FL Studio, mixed in FL Studio, and exported and done. No professional plugins, no nothing like that. Sounds so digital, very grainy, very scratchy, to me at least. So I like to get some warmth in there. Yeah. I like to get depth. I like to create a stereo image using delays and reverbs. And I have like so many fucking reverbs. And it was actually so funny. A buddy of mine, Chase Copley, shout out to 200 Deadboyz. Actually, they're fucking lit. I fucking love Chase, for real. I literally went to a studio and I just sat down and I just made a beat. It was me, Marcus, and Chase. We just made a beat and a whole song in like not even that long. And like I work with Kev too, Kev Solis, bro. Like we just sit down and we'll make like 4 or 5 beats like so quickly. It's so nice to be working with people like at that level. We're actually going there. Well, I'm going there after that. After here, like after I helped Dylan set up his vocal booth and shit. And then we're going to go there and we're going to make some music. Like honestly, it never stops. Like this interview is just a part of our day now. Like we usually are never.
We're gonna go work on some shit after this for sure.
Yeah, like we definitely are. We're gonna be fucking lit. And
where do you guys do most of your recording at? You guys got like a base, a home base.
We do.
Yeah, the home base.
Kind of switch them through.
Cheat Lake.
Have everyone come through.
Yeah, out in Cheat Lake. I call it Hashem Sound Shop, but it's mainly ITMG headquarters now, and that's what the public knows it as. But yeah, it was pretty cool. So I started in my parents' basement, and I'm still there. And I'm so blessed for them because I've tried to go out and open up my own studio and have my own place, and I went fucking homeless. And it's not fun, dude. It is not fun at all. And my dad is just like, dude, like I'm hating to
sees
see
you going for it. Yeah, sees you going for it.
Like I actually was like, no, I'm getting the fuck out of this place, and like I really tried hard to get out, but it's so hard when you're a musician, man. Like people don't understand that. Like they come to my studio and they look at the house and everything, and they're just like, oh yeah, like you made it, and I'm like, no, this is my parents' house. Like they're letting me stay here because I'd be fucking dead if I wouldn't, you know. Like the fact of the matter is, my plugins are so expensive. Bro, how can you afford to even do shit like after you spend that much money on plugins?
I know
like
this.
how like on computers and on microphones, and I even built my own vocal booth and I isolated it using oh dude, it is lit.
It is
you will
nice.
Fucking love it.
No, I'm looking at my fantasy.
Oh yeah.
How's that team looking?
It's not looking good.
To Daniel, right?
Fucking Daniel. Yep.
No wonder he decided to depart today and not
Right.
participate.
Daniel.
But we'll get into that later.
Yeah, we definitely will. But yeah, I'm really blessed. Like my parents, they
Shout out
definitely-
mom and pops for
Exactly.
just giving
Shout
the
out
love,
mom and pops. Yeah.
supporting the dream.
Yeah,
Yo,
they
any type of support for real. Like you
Exactly.
need people who support you, or you will not be able to do
Yeah.
it.
You can't do it alone,
Yeah,
man.
really
It doesn't
don't.
matter how. It's not about how hard you work.
Yeah, and people
That's
can
what
hate.
you find out about the grind.
Exactly, and people can hate all day because, like, whenever I get in fights with these local, like, fucking douchebags, it's all they say. I'm like, yeah, I'm worried about trying to build my image and my professionalism and everything, and then they'll just be like, oh yeah, you can't be saying that when you're living in your parents' house. And I'm like, really, dude? Would you rather me be fucking dead and broke and not record any of these people? Like, is that really what's up? Like, is
You're
that
making
really
it
how you
work.
feel? Yeah,
Exactly,
so,
bro.
Honestly,
It's about the grind. You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
grind, and you
yeah.
can't worry about people are gonna hate.
Exactly.
because-
I mean, like, I hate that they hate, but like, what I'm trying to say to them is like, I'm making music, and so are you, and it doesn't matter what's happening behind the scenes of it, who's doing what or whatever. I mean, even these major studio artists, they're riding on the coattails of their major record labels who bought all of that equipment, and they just
Absolutely.
let them stay there. They pay them ahead of time millions of dollars just so they can live and survive. So that's basically their mom and dad too. They're doing the same thing like that. And at the end of the day, how much profit
You're
are
just
they
on the
making?
come up. The only difference is you're on the come up.
Exactly.
And people are going to talk their shit.
But my dad, like, it was so cool because, you know, we never used to see eye to eye that much as far as music went because he's like, you really need to stop this. I just don't think this is a career. And I'm like, I'm not looking for a career. I'm looking to express myself
Right.
and just make enough dough to survive on the side.
In the
That's it.
beginning, you're never thinking about the
Yeah,
money
exactly.
because you're very lucky just to break even
Yeah, and then my dad started
on the road, especially, which you find
Yeah.
out when you go on the
I
road.
guarantee it.
I know it's going to
guarantee
be
it.
hard. I know it is. And like that's what all this is. Like earlier before
You're
the
gonna be
podcast
sleeping in a
started,
motherfucking van at a rest stop.
like I remember telling you like this is all practice. Like this is all learning. This is when my team learns how to do. This is when I learn how to work a studio and run a studio. When my time comes and I gotta dip, I know what to do. I know how to set it up because my parents allowed me to do that. They allowed me to have that experience. It wasn't easy to get them to do that. They didn't even want me to do it at one point. They sent me to college for a shitload of other things that I didn't want to do and I ended up dropping out. I was like, I don't like this. I don't want to fucking do this for the next 40 years of my life. Like I did phlebotomy and medical lab technologies. I don't want to stick needles in people's arms until I fucking retire. Like I don't want to run blood samples and shit until I can't breathe. Like that's stupid as hell. It's so boring too. Most of that stuff is done by a computer anyways. Like I love audio editing and audio engineering because it's so in-depth and fun and there's always something new for me to learn and try. And that's why these guys do what they do. Like Zach and D and Devin, lyrically, this is how they operate. He Dylan, I was about to say Sol and then Dylan. I was like he and but
slow down,
he's just like me, where he's always interested in audio engineering and making beats. Like the questions he asks are the same questions I ask, but I had nobody to answer back. Like I had the internet. And that's it. I didn't go to school for any of this music stuff. I was always on YouTube. Always, like, I have a whole gang of mentors over the internet that I've met. Like, hey, you know, what do you think about this mix and stuff? And they have helped me develop my craft to where it is now. These guys, like, although, like, you know, they're people who I engineer for, they're really teaching me. Because I learned way more from them than I learned from me just making beats on my own. My beats weren't, like, I mean, like I knew how to EQ and I knew how to mix and engineer, but they weren't radio ready beats that rappers would get until I had rappers coming in and telling me specifically that sound is fucking terrible. Take it out right now and replace it with this. Or, you know, you got to have drums like this, or you got to have the 808 sounding like this. So I became a better producer and engineer because of my team. That's why I keep them so close, because they became better rappers and it got a better image because I could give them clean mixes. So it's really like we work together and we really mesh that way. Like Dylan is going to be a whole lot more active as far as day-to-day studio things go, because I'm really trying to groom him to be at where I am right now, and then I'm trying to go somewhere totally different. Like I'm trying to like really take these guys with me. I mean, if you think like, look at this room. Like this looks like somebody who can, like a group of people who love to make music together, and that's because that's what it is. Like if any of us make it out to LA, I'm bringing them all. Like or Atlanta or anything.
Put them all up.
I need them.
gonna
No,
be
I
out
need
there
them
drinking
there. I
40s
really
too.
do. I can't just go alone with all of my gear and be like, "Hi guys, I'm new to LA and I'm really good at recording vocals. You should come to my studio." Like, no, that's
I've been
fucking
working
dumb.
on this. I've been working on this. I've been working
exactly.
on this.
And like, oh, do you want to see who I've been working with them? This is my whole entire squad right here. He raps, he makes beats. Like, this is like, we have it all going down. Like, come through, get some legit shit doing. You know what I mean? Like,
who are the MCs in this motherfucker?
Zachary,
Yup.
Yo, it's D, YP Dev,
Yeah.
Shaq, who is not here, Shaq Johnson. We have Lil Dre, who is not here. We have Marcus, Quan, and Data, who is Subri.
And Spike, bro.
And Spike.
Spike.
Spike
Spike.
Easy.
Shout
Spike
out- shout out
Easy
to
is
OG.
so fucking awesome. I really wish he could make it today, but he was one of the first people to rap on my beats in 2013. Him and Adam Munir. Adam Munir was actually the first rapper to ever rap on any of my beats. And I actually remember I had a cracked version of Ableton at the time. Everything's official now, so don't be snitching.
So you know.
But yeah, I'll pay you guys. But I had a cracked version of Ableton back then, and I just made a really cool 90s vibey beat. And
See, that's where I came up with, because
Yeah.
even though I'm involved in extreme music now,
Yeah.
it was rap and hip hop that spoke to me as a kid, because, you know,
that
rock
attitude.
that was something that my parents listened to, you know what I mean? I was about, you know, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
You know, that was
Yeah.
more me. I mean, I did like rock and stuff, but extreme music is rooted for me in, in 90s hip hop especially.
And honestly, a lot of people fail to connect that line. Like, they'll listen to rappers these days
about
and they'll
the
be
raw
like,
message,
"Oh,
man."
it's too violent, it's too raw. They talk about this, they talk about that." Dude, this has been hip hop for so long. The beat and the delivery is different, but the style is still there. There's artists out there like Zilla Cami who will straight up scream on that mic.
Zilla is crazy.
He is so legit. And honestly, you have to listen to these outliers, these people who stick out like a sore fucking thumb.
Yeah.
Because that's how you progress. If you keep on listening to the same old, you're going to stay same old, same old.
Yeah.
Like Zilla Cami has a different sound. Like Run the Jewels, they have a different sound.
my God,
like,
I fucking love
I
Run the
love
Jewels.
the shit out of Run the Jewels.
God, I love
like,
He turned me
I
on to
really-
Run the
so
Jewels,
much.
man.
Oh my God! Like just Killer Mike. I
I'm
used to
so
listen to
glad
him
you
when I was a
said that.
kid, and I used to listen to LP when I was a kid too.
bro.
And then when I heard of Run the Jewels, I was like, "There's no fucking way! It's both of them. Like they both had different, pockets of hip hop already secured."
They're fucking beats, man.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like, like the LPs in there using like Voyagers. He's using like the machine drum, and then he's using he'll go to like fucking like 80s synth and pull some shit out. Then he'll like sample something from vinyl, and it's like, oh my
love
God.
that.
Like the
I love the
depth is so
old school
crazy.
like soul incorporations.
Oh, yeah.
Into beats. That shit's hard, man.
It really is. Sol Wav, I mean, that's what he does.
like shit
that's
that
really
you would
what
hear in
he's
a
about.
Tarantino movie, like put
Exactly.
into a fucking hip hop
Yeah,
beat. That
like,
shit's the
Like,
hardest.
didn't you do that Nas sample beat that other day? Like, that shit was nice.
Yo, I don't even know where I pulled that sample from. I just found that like scrolling through Splice. I was just looking.
Oh,
for shit.
really?
Yeah, I was just digging through shit.
Damn, that sounded like a Nas type beat to me, honestly.
I love
I had to chop
Nas.
it up, but yeah.
He's on my
Yeah,
Mount
yeah,
Rushmore
Nas,
of
man.
hip hop.
Oh, yeah,
we were
just-
listening to Nas on the way
we
here.
we really were. Yeah.
we were
If you're not down with Illmatic, don't even talk to me.
Oh my God.
Don't
bro.
even talk to me.
Damn, Illmatic, we still Matic, bro. But for real, like hip hop for me was very different, man. I was actually introduced to like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg at a very young age. I was listening to Eminem when I was like 6 or 7 years old because I was
Slim
going
Shady LP,
Yeah,
Marshall
yeah,
Mathers.
exactly.
That crazy
Oh my
shit.
God, I was so young, but like
That's what
my
made me
friends
how
put
I
me
am,
onto
I
it.
think.
Yeah, I think
Eminem
so,
did
too.
that.
That
No,
rap
yeah.
changed the game.
No, yeah.
It did.
I
It really
swear.
did.
D12.
Before it was
impacted
like
Because
Yeah.
Eminem was like one of the first people. I mean, not really one of the first people, but he was one to just be like, "Fuck you if you don't
Yeah.
like how." You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I mean, before it was like, we're going to tell the story about how it was like growing up where we grew up. And then
Right.
Eminem is like, I'm just going to tell you all about all the fucked up shit that happens in my mind.
Right.
And if you like it, cool. If you don't, eat a fat
and he
dick.
has like funny shit like
Yeah,
with the
a lot of
dog and
skits,
shit.
yeah.
But then he has like songs like
Real
Kim,
serious.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like,
Hey, this is
oh,
Kim.
That's
my
one of his
God,
best.
bro.
That's one of his best performances
Yeah.
of all time on the mic.
So I'll tell you, and I mean, maybe you guys will have differing opinions on this, but I think, like, not necessarily style wise, but like what he raps about reminds me of Eminem, Tyler the Creator.
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
He's so
Like very different styles.
wonky with it, yeah.
But he'll get really weird.
Yeah.
in one
It
gets in
second,
your head
and then
a
be
little
like
bit.
really serious.
Like,
in
make you
another.
I don't like
Sometimes
Tyler the
shit he
Creator,
says,
but I've
yeah.
definitely had his song stuck in my head.
Yeah,
Like it's like that.
it's catchy.
Also, why the fuck is that dude rapping the Grinch soundtrack?
Who?
We're not talking.
Tyler
about
the
that.
Creator.
The-
What's
what?
he doing?
Tyler
That-
the
that's a
Creator
thing?
did the Grinch soundtrack for
The
the,
whole
The new animated movie?
What?
Shit.
I mean, it's dope. Like, don't
He
get me
got
wrong.
paid.
It's
I'm not
awesome.
gonna hate him.
That's
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
He
But I was
definitely-
sitting
he got
there-
definitely
Really
got paid
paid.
for that.
I was sitting there
hip-hop,
listening to
yeah.
it, and I'm just thinking about like all the fucked up songs that he
Yeah.
has out
So
there, and I
hip-
was just like,
like-
God, some kid is gonna go look him up.
His
Yeah.
agent slam dunked
Well,
that for him.
hopefully.
For sure.
Hopefully.
That's goals right there for an agent to come to me and be like, "Hey, would you like one of your rappers to do a whole soundtrack?" I'll be like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, let's redo Beauty and the Beast, except like in the hood or some shit. And like,
Yeah.
Beauty in the Trap.
yeah, Beauty and the Trap. There you go, starring YP Dev and Yo, it's D.
Yeah, yeah. Beauty in the bands.
Oh my god.
You know, going back to talking about M and innovators and stuff, I think what M did was he basically took a form of rap known as like horrorcore rap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like Esham, even if you don't like him or not, but like Insane Clown Posse,
Yeah.
old school
I fuck with
Busta
ICP.
Rhymes,
I do like ICP.
old school Tech Nine, dude. That
Oh, yeah.
shit
Tech
was
Nine is
fucking.
legit.
They
Yeah,
called
I
that
fuck
shit the
with Tech
wicked
Nine.
shit.
Tech Nine.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, used to call that shit the wicked shit. And I think what Eminem did, and a lot of other rappers, they just put that crazy. It was rooted in the real, but it was also based kind of in a horror movie too.
Oh, yeah.
And he
Yeah.
just put that on, and it changed the game because now people wanted to hear that shit on
Yeah.
the radio.
Honestly-
that crazy shit.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, that I think Wu-Tang is the pioneer, really.
Wu-Tang,
of that. Because I
absolutely.
mean, they even said in one of that song like, "Oh, what you want to hear? Wu-Tang. Oh, Wu-Tang again, yeah, again and again." And that's like, they always had like skits like that. And like they've got that line, white nightmares like Wes Craven, like all that stuff. I remember when Wes Craven died, every single member like posted a little like thing like, I love Wes Craven so much. And honestly, horror did incorporate into hip hop and create horrorcore. Like at the same time, Enter the Wu-Tang came out. That's when 2001 it came out by Dr. Dre. And you listen to those two side by side, it's like, whoa. Like 2001 is so clean and so like instrumental and sampled.
Production just huge
so
at the highest
beautiful.
level.
And then Wu-Tang is so beautifully like dark.
It's always
rugged.
they were always rooted in the
aggressive.
mixtape format. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna have our shit sound like you bought it out of a cassette out of the trunk of a car.
Honestly,
And
like
I love that.
some of that stuff, it sounds like that because of the
That's OG
conditions they
shit.
were in. Like the basement that RZA was making 36 chambers in at one point totally flooded. Like, and they had to would deal with like water in the studio while they were rapping. Like he stole electricity from his aunt at one point to make beats. Like RZA really went through it. And even after like he made it and you know they had some albums go platinum, they like he just shipped his kid and his wife out to live in other places and they stayed in Shaolin, stayed making records there because they knew that if they left and they went to LA,
The vibe wouldn't be the same.
It would not be the same. Their quality would change. They wanted that basement dirty vibe because that's what sold them records and that's how they express themselves.
And it'll humble you and keep you hungry.
Oh, so true.
You don't want to go to
Yeah.
a place where everyone's like, "Oh my God, you're so successful now. Now I want to work with you and kiss
Yeah.
your ass."
Exactly.
You want to just stay
Fake love.
what got you where you are.
Exactly.
Keep you grounded that way. man.
Exactly. And, you know, just I draw a lot of inspiration from the RZA because he would find out how to use his equipment the right way. And then he would abuse the fuck out of it and say, hey, watch what happens when I turn this compressor all the way up and totally distort every vocal I ever record.
No rules in that era,
Exactly.
man. There's
yeah.
no rules.
And I don't really follow the official rules either. It's all to taste for me. I want it to sound good to me and good to my team, and then it's good for everyone.
This is a good segue because I was going to ask you about this. How do you feel about the state of hip hop kind of being maybe a little too safe, a little too overproduced? You know, I got a lot of love for trap, especially all my trap originators, but it's just kind of all the same. It's become cookie cutter, and everyone's just they're finding what's successful, and they're just using that formula.
They're really pimping it to their benefit. And
so you're a fan of dirty beats too, just not crazy. I mean, you just
Honestly,
do it all: club bangers, dirty beats, whatever.
honestly, back to something that LP said. He says, you know, I got an eye for distortion in one line, and honestly, that's what it is. I like distortion a lot. Like that's why I really, you know, I went through a whole phase where I was very metalhead, very, very, very metalhead, because hip hop was not enough for me at one point. I was like, the lyrics are great, but I'm not getting grunge.
Sonically, you're not getting. You want
I
to feel
wasn't
it.
entertained. I was like, I need shit to be dirty. And like when you're first starting out, you want everything to be clean and perfect. Like you know, like I remember when Dylan came to me, he's like, yeah, like I want like strings in here and pianos in here and this and that and this and that and this and that. All these layers, everything has to be clean. And I'm like, you know what? Not really. All you really need these days is a good drum kit, an 808, and one melody. And you've got a hit. Like I mean, like there's so many songs out there that ride on the beat. And then the melody, and that's it. That's Murder Beat's bread and butter right there. Like he knows exactly how to pimp FL to make a beat sound like that. But then at the same time, you know, like listen to like other stuff Murder Beats has made for Migos, and then listen to like Workin' Me by Quavo, and it's like, whoa, like that's a big switch. You know, like oh, you're using bongos, you're using like different flute sounds. You're not using sharp sounds. You're not even using hi-hats on that beat. And that's where I find the inspiration. Like there's some people out there that, you know, I think try to push the boundary but totally miss. Like Devin's gonna hate me for this, but I really think Tekashi misses the mark consistently. Like I see the vision and I see what you're trying to do with the distortion and the yelling. I think
He's
he
rich,
misses it.
man.
He's rich.
But just like you said, he saw something that worked.
Yeah. Okay.
If I talk shit to the whole world and tell the whole world to suck my dick, then I'll sell more records than everybody else, and that's kind of what happened.
Especially if
Listen,
the whole
I'm a-
world is listening.
I don't like
to
the
it.
guy.
Right.
I'm just saying facts.
I'm gonna defend myself real quick.
Get
I
it.
know Hashem's coming at me,
Do it, man.
but no. Listen, I mean, I fuck with Tekashi 6ix9ine because I don't know. He's just a troll. I think it's hilarious.
He is a troll.
It's hilarious. Like every time I open my phone, I go on Instagram. He's telling another rapper to suck his dick with his mother's lips, and that's just hilarious.
I do kind of fuck with that attitude.
It's kind of the mentality of the roast.
Yeah.
the ball
Yeah.
busting. You
Yeah,
know, I got
yeah.
zingers. I got
Honestly,
jokes.
Like, okay, it's not
but
that,
at the same
I feel
time,
like he takes it too far.
yeah.
Oh, no,
Way
he
too
does.
far.
It's-
you
with the
better
wrong
be
people.
ready
Yeah,
to
for
bring
real.
it
For
on
real,
the mic
yeah.
because when you just open yourself up, we saw that this 2018 is like the year of the fucking diss track.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
there's
for
always
real.
been diss tracks.
Oh, yeah.
But there
For
hasn't
real.
been like
You know,
a viral,
speaking of diss tracks,
well known. Like your mother's like, oh, did you hear the Eminem diss track? It's like
Yeah.
it's a new level now.
speaking
It's a
of
whole
diss
new level.
tracks, there have been some sent to us, and my reply was, engineer that shit better.
Let's
If
not-
you want to
let's
come
not
at
even
me,
get into that.
make
Sounds
that
like
shit
ass,
better.
Let's
bro.
not get into that.
Yeah, we're not giving them the time of day.
giving them
But
They
just
don't get
talking
no
about
time.
the diss track kind of mentality. Just everyone talking shit.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a
It's
platform
honestly,
now,
I think-
so some people use that.
I think it's because people get bored. Like, they just get bored making music by themselves, so they're like, oh, let's bring somebody else into the mix. Like,
You know what I think it is? I think that a lot of this online trolling shit, and it's funny, if you do it well, you're the
Yeah.
Jeff Rosses of the world, you can bust balls and everyone gets a good laugh and it's
Nice.
all in good fun. But a lot of this online social media trolling shit, I think is a result of creative impotence.
Yeah.
You're frustrated, bro. You're just doing what you've always done. You're
That makes
playing the
sense.
same three
You're
places.
not,
you
you're
know-
not getting the
Your
attention
sound
that
ain't
you
doing
want.
Yeah.
shit. You see this guy across the way and
If
he's going
that's
and
the
doing
case-
shit and you're mad about it.
Yeah.
And I think that's an avenue. I think that's a
Yeah,
vent.
I think that's very important because I watch Naruto a lot and I fucking love Naruto. And honestly, one very important thing that I learned from that is if he had never had beef with Sasuke, he would have never become the Hokage because he had somebody to chase and a rival to actively pursue and outdo at every turn.
Right.
That's what made him successful. So when I'm bringing that up about the diss track, honestly, I didn't like it and I didn't want to publicize it or entertain it, but it made me go harder because, oh, okay, I'm catching heat for doing what I love. I'm going to keep doing what I love and I'm going to keep doing it even better.
Rub it in your face.
Exactly. And that's like, you know, if you're not going to improve and make your craft better, shit, I'm going to. If you're going to sleep and waste time, I'm not going to. I don't like, I mean, there's times when Zach will come over, like there's like 4 days I go by where I'm just engineering. I don't fucking sleep. I just get really ridiculously high and then my mind is asleep, but physically I'm still tracking sessions.
Facts.
Sometimes, yeah, D knows.
All weekend long.
Oh my God.
in automated mode.
I'll be totally fucking
We'll do it all
zonked,
weekend
like,
long.
recording these sessions out and like it is fucking ridiculous, honestly. But I love it. Like I love every second of it. I don't care if I'm losing hours of sleep because I'm making so many hours of music that's going to be out everywhere. And honestly, I feel like all of ITMG and like myself included, especially Dylan, like we have all of our, like Dylan has some fire beats. Like he has some fire beats.
He really does.
And he makes them every day. And that's how I am. I make fire beats every day. But how many do you hear? Not many, because I don't want to just release beats because I'm not a producer. I'm an engineer. I want to make
Got
songs.
stockpile them beats.
Yeah, I want to make songs though. I want to get my artists on them. I wanna
Doomsday
make-
prep them beats.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like we have Zach and oh my
Put 'em
God,
under the-
Zach,
under
how many
the-
fucking songs
in the
do we
vault,
have? Bro?
Yeah, in the vault under the house, beneath the panic room.
Yeah, no, dude, for real. Like Zach, like YP is working on like what you bought like 4 beats or some shit. Like you're working on a lot of music.
No.
I know you are.
No, yeah, like anytime that like I'm trying to work on something new, I'll just be like, yo, Hashim, send me a pack like 3-4 beats.
Yeah.
And he'll send me over like 3-4
Yeah.
beats, just fire beats. Yeah.
Like one of the beats, like the beat for 1 a.m. was actually my favorite beat. I initially called it Primary Lotus because
Yeah.
there's a
That was the
move-
first beat pack that you sent me.
And
ever.
he wrote to all of them, and they all fucking made the tape, and I thought it was lit. But I called it Primary Lotus because the beat is so insane, like it has a chill buildup, but then it just fucking drops. And I named it that because I don't know if you guys watch Naruto, but Brock Lee is one of the characters. Rock Lee, not Broccoli. Fuck. Rock Lee is one of the characters, and his move is like he'll kick the shit out of you into the air, wrap you up like a mummy, and then fucking pin drop, spin you down into the ground. And that's the whole vibe of the beat. And I don't know how I managed to convey that into instrumental form, but I definitely did. YP picked up on it, and he's like, I am going to write some very lit shit. And the song is literally called 1 a.m. If you look it up on SoundCloud, the description is it was 1 a.m. and I had some stuff to say. And the vibe is fucking ridiculous. It's very crazy. It's very lit, and it's very active.
Yeah.
It's probably one of my like hardest songs.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
it's not
definitely-
like a lot of my music is like I feel like like the main part of my music is like I'm a hook guy. You know, like I'd make like catchy hooks. You know? But
Yeah, he's a hooker.
yeah,
YP
I'm
Dev's
We can
a hooker.
advertise services on here, right?
big
For the
time,
record?
big time.
I'm kidding.
But yeah,
Sell it, baby. Fuck them.
big time hooker. No,
And,
but
yeah.
it's like, yeah, I'm usually like trying to like make it like a catchy song, but like, 1 a.m.'s probably like there's like no hook, there's just straight bars the whole time. It's probably like the highest energy song that I
made a whole
already.
chorus section, and it was like really beautiful and spacey. And when he came and recorded 1 a.m., he's like, "Yeah, cut that all out." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, that's just the outro. It's just a verse." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I just faded it out. And I kind of was like, "Oh man, I really wanted that in there." But the more and more I listened to 1 a.m., I was like, "Nah, it's pretty lit. It's got exactly what it needs." Like that's the thing. Like, back to what you were saying about what I think about modern hip hop. Here's the thing.
A little too polished. I think that's one
It's
of my
very
biggest things.
polished,
I
yeah.
love albums like
It's
the
like
Chronic
cookie cutter.
2001 that's
Yes.
sonically probably as good as you can get within the genre.
Yeah.
But
Then you have like tracks like Explosive and like the intro whole
Yeah,
thing
it's
before
just
that. Like,
less
oh,
is
you didn't
more.
put gas in your car? Like, nah, I put gas in this car. My whip's tuned all the way up. And then like
Yeah.
shit blows up.
Yeah.
And it goes into Explosive. And it's got that creepy piano and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, that's the type of vibe that I wanted with like 1 a.m. and with like a lot of tracks. I want there to be some sort of discomfort.
Yeah.
And you do that by using your sonics and by utilizing them. You can't just be straight up, Rhodes piano and strings anymore.
Right.
It's people want more. That's too clean. It's been done. Like I saw this Rhythm Roulette with LP, and like one of the records that he picked, like blindfolded, was Beethoven. He's like, "Oh, this is some fucking trash." And like the guy's like, "Why do you say that?" And he's like, "It's been done. Like, why the fuck would I want to sample Beethoven when everybody and their fucking mother has sampled Beethoven?"
That's right.
And that shit is so old too. He's literally like, "Who the fuck even plays music like this now? Who bumps this shit in their radio? Nobody. Like, there's no drums.
being
there's
taught
no
in schools.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I do listen to classical music.
well, I mean, not to talk total shit, but like
it's
there's
good
one
when you're
person-
studying.
yeah,
it's
it's like
good when you're
yeah,
studying.
but like
Still does.
repurposing it and sampling it has been so
Tough
done.
stuff.
Like,
Oh,
it's,
yeah. Oh,
I can
it's-
see that
it's
being
so-
really relaxing, bro.
Yeah, and like
Honestly, I get fucking amped because like,
Really?
oh, dude, you go back and listen to like the
oh, there's
old,
some progressions
like,
that fucking will
especially
just
like
pull your
Mozart,
art,
dude.
yeah.
Like Mozart went fucking hard.
That's true.
Like-
Yeah, I came from a band background. I used to play in the band in middle school and a little bit of high school, and I fucking hated it because those notes are dumb. Like I'll be saying, like classical music for me was so hard to understand. I was like, why the fuck are all these dots like and all this note shit? Like, why don't they just give me the button to push and then tell me when to push it? Like, just do it that way. And I'm just like, I can't visually see the note. I can't visually see the music. And I always got frustrated. And I sucked ass too. I was really fucking bad. Like, and it was because I had no passion. I loved the music, but I had no passion to learn classical music because I just wasn't challenged or entertained. Because I listened, like, I went home and I listened to fucking like Tupac and 3 6 Mafia and shit. Like, I wasn't, like, when I was in middle school, I wasn't like worrying about Mozart and Beethoven because for me, I was like drums and activity and everything. Honestly, one of the things that have fed my music addiction over the years was like LimeWire. Like when I was so young.
The
Oh my
desktop
God.
old school
kiss of
LimeWire.
death.
Yeah, for
The
real.
kiss of
I used
death
to buy
peer-to-peer
so many
file
songs.
network.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, if you're listening,
Oh.
please run a malware scan on whatever device you're listening
please.
to.
Yes,
Please.
for Christ's
Hey.
sakes.
For real though. So it was so
Ruined
sweet
my first
because
laptop.
Your shit about to get hacked right now.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
They're
they
like,
got
oh,
your social security number.
Everything.
This
that
po-
was years ago. Fucking chill, y'all.
This podcast is getting hacked right now. Just
Yeah,
us
it is,
talking
it
Just
is.
about
saying it, yeah.
Just-
It's like a Trojan horse that just verbally just infiltrates whatever.
I remember whenever I'd get like fucking error messages, and my dad would be like, "What'd you do to the desktop?" And I'm like, "I was just
I
downloading."
downloaded a song. What? Like,
But no, LimeWire
was
was
watching
fucking lit
porn,
because like
what?
you could literally type, you literally type in like Kanye West, and it's like boom, 92 billion fucking hits. I'm like, holy hell!
But how many times did you have to download the
I did
same
not
song?
have- yeah.
Because you'd
Bro.
open it and it was some
I did
fucking
not have
stupid
sex
so
with
message.
course,
many
with that woman.
times.
Or
You're
it's
trying,
like,
you're trying to make a.
go to this
You're
website
like
to
we was like
purchase
young.
the
We
rest.
was like
Oh,
eighth
that
grade
was
or
the
something.
worst.
Trying to make a
I
tape.
remember I would upload a bunch of shit to my iPod and like I'd be on the school bus. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, let's listen to this new Kanye 3 6 Mafia," and it was like that mock Bill Clinton with that advertisement. I did not have sexual relationships with this
that
woman.
woman.
However,
Every time.
I did download MP3s from da.com, and you should too. And I was
Yeah,
like,
I hated
"Ass,
that
I want
shit.
Kanye
Yeah.
West." Like, this is stupid. But yeah, dude, I just thought LimeWire was so funny because like everybody and their fucking mother used it, but like nobody cracked down on it.
It was the blind dates of
music,
the
yeah.
download world.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're
Never
gonna
know
get
what you're
until
gonna
you get there.
Yeah, Spotify
So you
is like
open that
is
shit
like,
up.
Spotify is like using protection, and then like LimeWire is like not using protection.
LimeWire is like the
you-
definition of ignorance is bliss. Like if
Yeah.
if you're just like not thinking about the consequences, and you're like, oh, I don't know what it's doing to my computer. Hey, I just get free music.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
No
Boom.
condom in a gangbang, just
Boom.
winging it. Just winging it. You're like, well,
Yeah, I'm gonna come here to just chill.
not everyone can get
I
AIDS,
don't
right?
even want to be on the interview tip. Let's just fucking hang out, man.
Yeah, for real.
For the gangbang?
Yeah. No.
Nah, none of that. But
I retract my previous statement.
Oh, shit.
we ain't with none of that Dwight Howard shit.
Oh, dude, how about that?
Whoa.
Fucking Lamar Odom
Yo,
shit.
I mean,
It was a matter of time before someone said that shit.
all I'm gonna say, is it a little coincidental that like literally like a few days after that all that came out, he's out for the season with a glute injury.
Bro.
Yeah.
It's
That
over.
is
That's
the
all
worst.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yo, he made himself into an internet meme, literally, just by all that.
I love celebrities. They're so funny. Like you can just pick out any dumb shit they did, and you can just fucking roast them for the rest of their career.
I mean,
for it.
It's
Like,
because
remember
at the
when
same
Tiger
time, it's
Woods
fine,
like
bro.
destroyed everything with his car and fucked like 80 different women? It's like,
All's forgiven in a
he was
couple
a
of
cheater.
years. Look at
Yeah.
Mel Gibson.
Crazy.
Look at Mel Gibson and all the terrible things that he
dude.
did and said. And then after that, he won an Academy Award. Go fuck
For
your
real.
mother.
Dude, today I opened up
Dude,
Twitter.
Tim Allen running coke back in the 80s.
Holy shit! Really?
You didn't
It
know that?
catapulted.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, dude.
Go look up Tim
Yeah.
Allen mugshot. He's got the gnarliest
Oh
porn
my
stash
God.
you've
Yeah.
ever
Oh my
seen.
He got
I've never
caught-
seen that.
He got caught with
Love
like
to the
it
blow.
was like
Wait,
it was
Tim
like,
Allen,
Damn.
isn't that the
from
The
Home
Tool Man.
Home Improvement,
Tim
bro.
the Tool Man.
What?
Yeah.
like
Tim the
Buzz-
Tool Man
like
Taylor
Buzz
was
Lightyear.
doing bumps off of Heidi's pussy on the daily.
That is
Oh,
lit.
no.
On the
That is
daily.
lit.
Al
Right.
was in the
It was a
corner
lot.
jerking off
It was a
the
lot,
whole
too,
time.
right?
Bro,
He had,
the
like-
reality of it.
Hold on, I'm about to look that up because I
Is
wanted
that-
to.
Yeah, look that porno up. It's on there.
Oh yeah, that's what we do on Wasted. We,
What do you think happened to JTT? He got in the yayo and he couldn't bounce back.
That's the reality.
He
bro.
got eaten by it. He got devoured by it.
We put these people on a fucking pedestal, and it's like they're not real people. They're not tempted by anything, but bro, they're the ones really doing the dirt, and it's like
That's so true.
That's
we
true.
fucking idolize them for this shit. But
Yeah.
I feel like
That's just
everybody
human
does do that.
nature.
They put celebrities like to a higher standard, but it's like, bro, I'm not a fucking robot. Like you're never
I'm
gonna
a
be able to
human being,
program
bro.
me.
Like
I don't even know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, whoa, that is fucking gnarly.
That's Tim Allen.
That's a gnarly
That's
stash.
Tim Allen
Oh my god.
getting ready to spend the night in the county.
No,
Oh
no.
my God.
That dude did 2 years in a federal prison for selling, it says, a large amount of cocaine to an undercover police officer.
Damn.
Wow.
2 years, that's
I wonder
it,
what
too,
this cop
bro.
was doing. Like, holy shit, Tim
Holy
Allen.
fuck,
man.
Tim
Holy
Allen.
shit, all this
Well,
cocaine.
he was only 25. This was
Yeah.
in
Oh, he
1978.
probably wasn't
Whoa,
big.
he was 25 in that picture.
Yeah.
He
was
looked
he big
old
then?
as shit.
Like was he like?
No. No.
Yeah,
It's a
he was
stash, man.
he was trying to support that stand-up life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was his side hustle.
Wow.
Apparently selling coke. Yeah.
Yeah, he was Jay-Z and he just got caught.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's right. I thought what was really funny was when Jay-Z had this whole thing, like he released, I think it was Narcotics Anonymous with Pusha T, and then he was talking about like this comment that Tommy, that one white chick who's always fucking blowing up. on
Tommy
people.
Lauren.
Yeah, her. Yeah, and
Bitch.
and he's like, he literally was like, he's like, Google me, baby, you crazy. I've been running this shit since the 80s and like all this stuff. And she's like she even, it's so savage. He put the sample of her like talking shit on Beyonce, like your husband is a drug dealer and has been. And then his opening line is literally like, 25 years of drug dealing and still going, bitch. Like I'm still out here.
20 plus years of selling Johnson
Yeah.
and
Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh my
Came up
god.
as a
Baby face monster.
Yeah.
True.
So
Oh,
one
man.
final thing about
Nostalgia.
the Tim Allen thing, and then
Yeah.
I'll drop it.
Yeah.
So not only did he get arrested and spent time in federal prison, he snitched on all his dealers. This dude tried to
Tim
sell.
Allen snitched?
This dude tried to sell 1.43 pounds
Oh my god!
Cake.
of cocaine to
Fucking
an
cake, that's a
undercover
bakery,
police
bro.
officer.
Man, that is a bakery.
That's a fucking
God.
bakery.
And you
Wow.
know what?
Tim Allen was really about it.
He's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Michigan man too, so he was doing dirt in the D town, dude.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
Oh, man.
respect the fact that Tim Allen will fucking stab you if you fuck with him. Because if he's
But he's also
D-town
got the
tough,
tool you
if
need.
he's D town tough, yeah, he's gonna pull that screwdriver out
Fucking
and
stick
give
it
you
in
the
your
Goodfellas
eye. Oh,
special
yeah.
in the back
Oh,
of the
yeah.
fucking head.
Oh, the Goodfellas special, man.
Oh lord.
Fucking shout out to Goodfellas. You can quote that movie every day.
Yeah.
Do they got Danish? I
Hey,
love
and on
that
the
fucking
same
part.
shit, he's still on the Henry Hill shit, bro, because he snitched. What the fuck?
Yeah. See, ooh.
Damn.
See?
Two lanes
I came
you can
around
play,
full
bro,
circle.
when you're
Honestly,
famous.
bro, a lot of people take hip hop and they highlight it as like, oh, they do drugs and they sell them and they talk about this and that. Every fucking genre out there really does that shit.
They absolutely
I mean, listen to the radio.
Every
It's
genre.
about like girls getting dicked and snorting coke.
Yeah.
Like that's what it's about. I can't feel my face with all coke.
We want you
All
to
coke.
feel that
And
way.
like my little sister dances to that shit like, oh, I love the song. It's about love. And I'm like,
Yeah,
love for
yeah.
drugs.
Yeah.
And I'm
It's
like,
because
person.
it's
the
because
rehab
rap, it's a
ballad,
lot more
sweetheart.
blunt.
Yeah,
It's a lot
rap-
more blunt. It's in your face. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop like 5 Xans and I'm gonna fuck your bitch. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Bro.
like it's just it's so blunt. And in
No
your face.
misunderstandings here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am
He
gonna
comes
pop
back.
5 Xans and
then-
fuck your bitch.
I mean, like classic rock just beat around the bush. I mean, because the
Yeah.
motto was like sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Oh, yeah.
but
Sure.
it's just like way more covered up. I mean,
Right.
they just
Yeah.
didn't talk about it all like that.
Nowadays, every process, bro, it's like you get fucked up, you make the beat, and then all you need is someone fucked up to make something catchy so that people listen to the shit. It's like,
They're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
that's
I've
what
been
we're
there.
on
It's
right
like,
now.
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
exactly. Like I'll have like there's so many producers out here and like it's great. Like my homie Freeze Pop, like shout out to him. He makes some fucking crazy beats, bro. And I would just hit him up. I'll be like, yo, send me loops. I'll hit up Kev. I'll be like, yo, send me loops. I'll hit up Dylan. I'll be like, send me loops. And like I'll literally just get this one instrument melody loop and I'll make a whole beat out of that one loop. Like I'll go through and I'll add the drums, add the 808s and everything, and then I'll like manipulate the actual audio. You know, like flip it backwards, like pitch it down, do all this crazy ass shit. Like there's plugins like that will literally do that for you, like gross beat and halftime and all that. Zach's over here tripping on his way to the bathroom. This 40's
Come
I
on,
realized
man.
the wall was there.
Come
He's
on,
like-
man.
Malt liquor.
He's on the 45 right
Colt
now.
40.
Pass me that 40, by the way. I'm
45
trying to swing
zigzags.
that boy.
Baby, that's all we need. I was singing that to him
Shout
when
out
he
to
came in with
Afro
all
Man.
these 40s.
Yo, did you
Yeah,
see that
shout out
video?
Afro Man, man.
Shout out
Oh,
Afro
beat the
Man,
shit
dude.
out of this
Hold up.
one chick. Did you
He's a
see
little,
that?
yeah.
Like recently?
Yeah,
What?
some girl got on stage and he turned around and slapped the shit out of her.
Dude, what is?
God.
It's been
Oh,
a rough
wait, I
week.
saw that. I
It's
saw
It's
that.
been a rough
Yeah.
week for broads, dude, because some brothers have been fucking a couple of broads up. Kareem
Kareem
Hunt.
Hunt.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt, my fantasy team in the ass.
Did you see the video?
Did you see the video though?
I didn't. I don't know
The
what
video,
video
I saw,
but, like,
I feel like there should be more to it because they were like, he kicked her on the ground. I didn't see none of that.
I didn't see him
I-
kick
no,
on.
so-
I seen him come in and hit dude, and dude fell into the girl, and they both went flying
Right.
because Kareem Hunt is an
Huge.
animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monster.
I heard
His
his
biceps are the size of like my quad. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like the guy's
Yeah, and them
an
guys are
animal.
all trying to hold him back. I'm like, that is not going to happen.
Yeah.
That is
You're
not
You ain't
gonna
doing
happen.
that. to him.
He's also a running back. Like
He gets
he's crazy
paid to
explosive.
hit people.
He's crazy
like,
explosive.
apparently she was saying like some really like racially insensitive things to him, which I'm not saying like you should
No, yeah,
haul
we're
off
not
and hit
saying
a
that.
woman.
Yeah.
Not at all.
But that's kind of the thing where I was going with
see
this,
that?
man. Now he may get blackballed.
Oh,
It
yeah.
could never work again.
He's got like a
He's gonna get
Ray
he could
Rice.
get Ray Rice.
Ray Rice.
Ray Rice did
Well, and
something
didn't he-
terrible.
Kareem Hunt's going to get Ray Rice.
Didn't
I
Ray
think.
Rice?
but the
stay
video
in the NFL
video's
too?
not.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Ray Rice didn't get cut.
Oh, he never.
right?
Oh, he
No.
got
No,
cut.
no, he
yeah.
never played
Oh,
again.
he did?
He-
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he was.
It's
He
on-
never
it's
came
on
back.
Video of him
No.
like beating the shit out of his like fiance at the time.
But at
Yeah.
this
In
no,
the-
but
in
the
the,
Ray Rice video
elevator.
was way worse than the
Oh,
Kareem
way
Hunt.
worse.
Like
So
Ray Rice
much
decked
worse.
the fuck out of that.
Oh,
He
Yeah.
like
yeah.
dragged
He
that
hauled
bitch
off
out
like
of the
she was a
elevator.
man
Yeah.
and
Yeah. But
I
gave her
think
the
the
4 or 5
yeah.
piece, no biscuit,
I remember
the
No
whole
biscuit.
meal.
He said no.
The whole meal.
I remember like that year where that
biscuit.
whole Ray Rice thing happened. People had the Halloween costumes for it, and they would just have like a blow up doll like dragging behind them with the Rice jersey
Yep.
on. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, there's so much salt in that wound right now.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man! Like you literally become a fucking cultural meme nowadays if you fuck up in a public spotlight.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's cameras everywhere, man. You fuck up. But
No
the
one's
same
safe.
thing, I think everyone should just chill out until we get all the facts. Really, that's all
Right.
I was gonna say.
You know what?
I feel like every media source.
Everyone's looking
runs,
for a
bro,
social
like-
crucifixion anymore.
even on a smaller level, even if somebody like here, like they hear a small butterfly saying, "Oh, such and such, this happened." Nobody waits for facts.
Right. Nope.
Nobody has the decency to even investigate if this is a true statement or not.
Put it out there. We
nobody
gotta get
gives you
this
the-
information
Yeah,
out
we gotta
now.
get,
gives you
we
the
gotta get
benefit
some
of the doubt.
views. We gotta
Exactly.
get some.
Clickbait.
They'll either blow up on you on Twitter or they'll DM you and they'll try to fucking rape the shit out of you with like insults
Whoa.
and stuff. And like, dude, like even if you didn't do anything, like take the time to
Everyone
like, see
just
if
needs
this
to
person
chill
is
out a
really
little
guilty.
bit and
Yeah.
let the facts kind of
For
come
real,
out.
yeah, That's
We
just
are not
media in
advocating
general.
violence
Yeah.
against
And-
anyone,
yeah.
especially not against women. But next time a motherfucker gets popped for something, chill out for maybe a couple of days
Yeah.
until
That's
it
the
comes
thing, bro.
out.
Exactly.
And then
People-
post whatever the fuck you
Because
want.
Like
Everyone's
today,
trying to
this
get,
morning,
yeah.
this
clicks.
morning, I saw on Twitter that Neil deGrasse Tyson had 3 women come forward and blame and like accuse him for sexual assault.
Before we lose sight, and because we're just gonna keep doing what we do and just talking about nothing like we always do.
True. I'm bad about that.
Where?
And that's what people like, though.
How do people get a hold of you?
People can get a hold of me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Twitter at HashMadeIt, Facebook Hashim Paracha, HASHIMPERACHA. Instagram, I changed also to HashMadeIt.
Hash made it
Think
bitch.
about my phone number.
Whatever
Give
you
out
want.
your
You can
phone
plug.
number.
You can
All
plug
right.
whatever
Well,
you want.
Okay.
Dude.
All right. Well, shoot
Whatever
me
you
a text
want.
if you guys want to record a session. Honestly, I'm more so into recording or engineering things. So if you record yourself, send me your vocals and send me a 2-track, and I literally have like less than 24-hour turnaround time because, like I was speaking about earlier, I'm trying to get my process as quick and clean as possible. So I like doing that mainly. Like I'm actually working with this insanely talented kid out in Virginia named Dojo Drip. I had him come up to 123 and do a show. Kid's energy is off the fucking charts. And I've actually like linked up over the internet with some underground UK rappers. I've been engineering their stuff too.
So you're everywhere.
I've-
You're working with anyone, whomever, wherever.
I'm working with anybody who is as passionate as they are about music as I am, honestly. And
Yeah.
and your talent level, it doesn't matter. And your style doesn't matter either. I have some very different artists coming through.
Yes.
And what they need
Attention
is,
MCs, if you're out there and you're like, man, my beats are dog shit. I just wish I had somebody to work with.
Yeah.
Holler at my guy.
if you're a producer, I'll mix down your beats for free.
Whatever.
Honestly. I do that shit all the time. But honestly, like there's so many people who I've worked with over the internet that I have basically 2 sets of clientele. I have the clientele that comes to my studio physically, and then I have my clientele that's all online. And they're dope. They're all dope people. And I try to get these online clients through for shows and stuff. Obviously they're in different parts of the world and it's hard for them to come through. But I always, try to encourage them. Hey, I can get you stage time. Hey, like, I can record you in an actual legit vocal booth instead of your mother's closet. Like, like I could do a whole bunch of shit.
Oh, there he
Oh
goes.
no!
Oh no!
Too wasted.
Oh no!
Yeah, wasted.
Yeah, it was
your
like
fault,
that when
Daniel.
I came.
Where's the? Oh yeah, Zach got tax right by your foot.
Bro,
Oh,
don't step on
jeez.
that. Oh, wait, you got shoes on your
I
foot.
don't remember what I was talking about.
So your left
I don't
foot.
either.
That's lit. Honestly, yeah, I love working with people. It's
At
so
my
legit. I remember when I first heard YP Dev's first demo, and I was like, "Damn, this is fucking trash." And I was like, "He needs to come through now."
No joke. No joke.
it was
It was
trash.
trash.
Shots
It
fired.
was
We
trash.
just didn't know what we were doing.
I told you should see him in the studio. It gets way worse. With these two, man.
Fucking
Bro, I'm
Michael
about to
catch
start
on
coming
fire,
at
bro.
everybody's neck if they keep talking out there.
Oh, stop, YP! You're not gonna do anything.
No, I need to chill.
So every episode, I ask the same thing, same question, if you want to call it that. So, however you guys want to answer this is fine. And this is going to be a kind of odd question to ask because of the number of people that we have here. But anyway, describe what you do and/or your style of music using famous actors and actresses.
Word.
Will
I've heard
Smith.
this, man. And
Can
I
it
just-
be? Can it be
Will Smith.
like imaginary people, like fake people? Cause like Vinny Chase, bro, Entourage, that shit inspires me.
Oh yeah,
that
yeah.
doesn't
Like it can be like, so you could say like, oh, I don't know, Tim Allen from the Santa Claus.
Tim Allen.
We're talking about Tim
post-cocaine
Allen.
time.
Yeah.
First of all, there was never a post-cocaine
Yeah,
Tim
I
Allen.
doubt there's.
Motherfucker is a G.
Oh yeah, that's why he cut off his
Respect it.
mustache. He'd be walking into work and he's like,
Yeah.
"You been eating donuts?" I was like, "Oh shit."
Just some sugar cookie, that's all it is.
That Bioshock thing, by the way. That little Bioshock art. That's cool.
Daniel did that.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's cool.
Damn. And he did the
That's
Zelda one
tight.
too?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, wait.
Yo.
We didn't even answer your
yeah, that
question.
actually looks really good.
We have to answer his question, guys.
All right.
Wait, I want D. I'm really curious about you.
I was stalling on
I'm thinking
purpose.
because I have no idea.
Okay. Well, hold
I
on.
would say like I don't know. Whoever just I don't know. I really just to describe me.
wait.
I really don't give a fuck. Like I really just turn on beats and like it just whatever happens. Like however I'm feeling, how whatever's been going on, or even stuff that like most of the stuff that I've released already was like way previously written and way but I don't know, man. Just someone
Maybe
that-
like Cosmo Kramer from Seinfeld.
nah.
Just fucking roll
Nah,
with it.
he
You just roll with it.
he's out.
I think he got exiled. But
No. Not
Cosmo Kramer, not Michael
yeah,
Richards.
Not Michael Richards. Cosmo Kramer
maybe
from Seinfeld.
I just go with the flow, man.
Yeah.
I really do. I just go with the flow, man. I like to. I feel like anybody else that does music, I like for it to sound good, but it's like and you want people. Anytime you're making something like even art or music, like it's like you want people to like it, but at the same time, I'm gonna keep making it if you don't like it.
yeah.
That is true.
I'm gonna be in your ear even if you don't like it. So
It's
Fuck
like
that.
some oppressive, hateful shit, bro. Like, I get a lot of inspiration from, I don't know if y'all ever watched Everybody Loves Raymond or not.
yeah.
love.
Yeah, bro. Like, Raymond, for real.
Ray
Like,
Romano.
his family, the people he loves the dearest, are like the ones who are hating on him. So it's like you gotta take the hate, whether or not it's someone you love or not,
Yeah.
and bro, just go with it. Like, make fun out of it for real.
Okay,
like, improvise.
So Ray Romano, man, I didn't see
I
that.
feel like. Hold on, wait. I
Yeah,
have to
no,
get.
yeah,
I don't
that-
want to
that-
fuck
that
up
was
because this is on the
unexpected.
record. I'm gonna Google this real quick and I'm gonna make sure his name is correct.
Yeah,
first.
don't you fuck
1
this
second.
up.
I won't.
do
This is
not
the
fuck
permanent
this up.
record.
Don't you fuck this up.
Yeah.
I will not. Oh, by the way, for those of you listening, my studio is actually called Hashem Sound Shop.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Where can they find it?
Well, I'm very lazy, so there's no Facebook page yet, but there will be.
Just put your street address out there for the universe.
Yeah,
and
I'll
they
put
can
it
just come
in.
to you.
Let them know where you're at.
Give
Pull
your,
up.
they're gonna need your social security number.
just a few
Well,
things.
they can just get
and
that
a
on
valid
Lime-
credit
they can just
card
get that
number.
on LimeWire.
And the
so-
lot and
Yeah, exactly.
and
Yeah.
the 3 digits on the
stream
back.
YP Dev's new album from LimeWire, guys.
Oh,
no Trojans. No.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. I feel like so you've seen Blade, right?
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So you know that scene where he's in the club and it's like,
Yeah, yeah,
and he's
yeah.
like, "I'm gonna kill these bitches."
Yeah.
That's me. I'm Wesley Snipes in Blade, killing shit right
Blade
now.
1?
All of them combined into one giant blade.
Blade 3 wasn't that great.
Yeah. Okay. The first one.
Blade 2's underrated
really
though.
Blade
So-
2 was
so you're-
solid.
so-
It was.
so
Underrated.
Blade,
I don't think
Guillermo.
I've seen the third
Shout
one.
out
To be honest
Guillermo.
with you, now that I'm thinking of it.
Blade Trinity was the one that had Ryan Reynolds. in it.
Yeah, Jessica Biel and
Jessica Biel.
Triple H.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Triple H.
It had a pretty sick cast, but
Okay, another one I would describe. It would be Ice Cube and Triple X. I'm so much like Ice Cube and Triple X, pimping out cars and then driving them on train tracks and fucking numerous bitch. No, I'm kidding.
You gotta make your mind up, bro. You can't pick.
How many
can't
babies
pick
you
many.
got?
Yeah, you can do more
Hash.
than one.
I have
How many
zero.
babies?
I have zero, but I do.
that
have,
you know of, that you acknowledge.
It's young and reckless.
I guess
Young
so.
and reckless.
It's just flexing.
I do have an awesome girlfriend named Christina. She's the shit.
Shout out,
The hell out of
Christina.
her.
Shout out
Being
Christina.
supportive. Being supportive.
And D, you got something going on too. What's
I
up?
do. I do.
Ooh, D's dipping.
I actually had to miss the show the other night because my first child is on the way.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit!
Young Parker.
Applaud for that.
Is,
Congratulations, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks.
ITMG
yeah.
Parker coming soon with the most flame mixtape you've ever
Yes.
heard. All the Google
Yeah.
Gagas and bottle bags that you can ask for.
Yeah, shout out, Lil.
You're gonna have all the Pedialyte on standby.
Yo, it's Lil D.
it's
They're
Lil
gonna
D.
call me Yo, it's Dad. from now on.
Yo,
Little
it's dad. Ha!
There ain't nothing harder than dad life, though.
Start,
bro. You're gonna
start
bring a
rapping
whole
about
new,
like
I
grilling
know.
ham.
It's gonna.
whole new reality
Oh,
on these
man.
motherfuckers.
You have so much more shit to rap about.
I'm gonna be
too.
so much more mad, so much more like aggravated.
yeah.
I woke up in the morning and my baby was crying. Like, oh my god.
Are we doing a freestyle session right now?
Ooh.
Oh,
We
yeah,
could.
You'd suck at it.
We had
Dev.
Marcus here for that. We would be doing.
Can we get a
Oh,
beat
if
on
we
that?
had Marcus here.
Shout
oh.
out, shout out,
Marksman, Team 100 Marksman.
Bruh,
Get your
no,
fucking
yeah,
ass
quick shout out.
Okay, this
Marksman,
kid,
he can
you
he
haven't
can
met him
freestyle
yet.
for hours.
Yeah.
kills
That's
it,
true.
man.
That is so
That's
true.
a lost art anymore.
It is.
Yeah. Oh
It's
my god.
beautiful
And
to
this
see that
this
too.
guy.
Everyone's
yeah.
too sensitive. They don't even want to battle anymore.
Bro,
Exactly.
at ITMG, we freestyle hours on end for real. Like you were
Exactly.
saying, Team 100.
Yeah.
Everybody
Does, honestly. But like Marcus, when he first came to my studio, it was the process was just nuts because he's like, all right, first I'm going to sit down and I'm going to listen to some beats, then I'm going to pick one. And I was like, okay, go ahead. What I didn't expect was that he was going to freestyle total complete songs to every beat before he even picked it. So he would like put his YouTube on like shuffle basically, and he would like freestyle an entire song to a beat, and he would be like, I didn't like that song. And then he'll pull up another beat and then he'll freestyle an entire song. He'll be like, that's not it either. And I'm like, those were both done songs in seconds. I saw it happen in front of me.
Takes
You
a
could've-
special mind
Yeah.
to be able
Yeah.
to string
It's-
that together like
but
that.
once he finds the right beat and he gets the right lyrics, like
Gonna get
Season,
fucked up.
oh my god, Season. Okay, Team 100 Marksman on SoundCloud. Listen to Season.
Do
that
it.
song
It's straight
is
banger.
so fucking flames. It really is. Zach's got some shit out on SoundCloud too. Catching Zzz, Yotes D. Is your
Oh, yeah.
SoundCloud Yotes D as
I just
well?
released a song yesterday, actually.
Yeah, with
Oh.
Exactly. Shout out to Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly
shout
what
out
the game
exactly.
needs.
That's bro, man.
Yeah, for real. And we have so many people now who like we love for real like and it's great like in this area. It's so crazy for me because I used to be alone in my basement wishing I had somebody who could operate at my level and make music with me.
Daniel's still like that now.
Yeah, I mean
Fuck you, Daniel. I haven't even started on you yet.
You don't want him to start.
I'm gonna
on
roast
Daniel.
your ass.
I bet
when we
he's like
record
I bet-
this intro. I'm
I
gonna
bet
fuck
he's like
you
hiding
up.
behind the wall like, you know, trying to peek in like
I
what are
hope he
these
heard that.
motherfuckers
I hope you've been liking the football you've been watching today. Team's not even playing, you schmo bastard. Doing your fucking job. My back
For real
hurts.
though. Huge shout out to Daniel. Huge shout out to these guys for
shout
letting
out
us on
Daniel.
here.
Absolutely.
We as ITMG are very grateful that we're getting accepted by this community, and you know, people are really fucking with our music. People come out to our shows. Like
Yes,
our last show, we
they
didn't have a
really
good turnout
do,
because
man.
like the weather was
awesome.
absolute ass. But like when the weather's good, shit, we put like fucking 70+ people for a local act that is just starting.
Yeah,
at,
no, that's
at,
good.
at a venue that is not known for hip hop on days where people don't even want to fucking go out.
Right.
Wednesdays.
Like Wednesdays, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
on
Wednesdays,
Wednesday.
it's like raining or
And
snowing.
yeah,
those
raining and
days.
snowing, and we
It's like-
still get
Listen, we
people.
normally have slam poetry here tonight, but I guess you guys can play.
No,
I guess
got
you have
some
to
trap
deal with
music
the
spot.
local.
no, we can give a quick shout out to 123
Oh, yeah.
Pleasant
Quick
Street.
shout out.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, you know,
They really put us on.
They
They
really
did.
did put us
They
on.
did.
They gave me my like my mixtape release party.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and shit.
That was
And
sweet.
like
That was the
they're
first show we
always
ever
good
threw.
people.
Yeah.
Adam's good people. You know.
They try, man. I feel like they're all just maybe spread a little thin, but they do give love.
It's
Yes.
hard to run a
My
venue.
band's been playing there for over 6 years. Like that's the home base venue.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if we're
Yeah.
gonna play a local gig,
I feel like-
which we don't do much anymore, but if we
Yeah.
do it, we're gonna do it there.
I feel like that. I feel like 123 is a rite of passage in Morgantown.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta go get it a couple of times.
Performing there is one thing. But throwing shows there consistently is a whole other beast. It's like
For
you-
them to entrust a Friday night
Oh,
to you and to
yeah.
make it to that level,
Oh,
it's like,
my
listen,
God.
I'm doing this Friday night banger.
First show I threw was
it takes a
Wednesday.
minute.
Yeah,
you
first
got to go through those Sunday fun days.
exactly,
Those-
exactly. Yeah.
Those disappointing Wednesdays.
It happens, and like, and
But you're
Adam
paying
told me
your
that
dues.
off the rip. Yeah,
You're
he
paying
told
your
me that
fucking
off the rip.
dues.
Yeah,
He's like,
start
if
somewhere.
you do
Yeah.
good on this Wednesday, I'll give you a Thursday night show. And he's like, first he said, he's like, if you consistently do good on Wednesdays, first Wednesday he gave me, I did good, and he's like, next show's a Thursday, right off the rip. I was
Right.
like, wow, fuck, I went from
Right.
0 to 100 that quick, and he's just like, yeah, you definitely did.
They'll
And I was
always
like,
give you a
wow.
fair shot down there if you're willing, if they see that you're putting in the hustle.
Shout out to Main Stage too, because they like and TK, she puts on lots of shows out there in Main Stage.
I
and
hope
she
that they
really
do
gave
more
us our
local
first-
stuff. I
Yeah.
would like to see them do more local stuff and continue the variety
So-
because they're such a nice melting pot. I feel like they're losing out
Oh,
on
yeah.
some good business
Oh, yeah.
by giving some of these local guys an opportunity.
Yeah, and honestly, it was so nice because I don't rap usually. I've always been obsessed with it. I always wrote, but I never ever rapped because I knew that my true calling was engineering and beat making. But there was a night when I was in the studio with Zach and with Sabri. He goes by Data. And we just made this awesome fucking song. Two of them. And then we opened up for the TK takeover, and there was like almost like a fucking 100 people there. And that was my first time on stage. That was Sabri's first time on stage. That was my first song that I ever wrote, but I knew, I had the experience. I know I have a good stage presence from being a DJ. Like, I know what I need to do to hype the crowd up. And honestly, that shit was lit. First show ever, I had call and response. I was like, I would represent 4 letters, ITMG. When I say IT, I need y'all to say MG. And the whole crowd, MG, so fucking loud. And you know what it's like to get that response. Sure. Everybody in that room was praising us. Yeah. The opening act. And we pulled everyone from the bar. We pulled everyone from the back bar. And it was so
Once again, it's about
nice.
Percentages. You look around and be like,
100% of that room
people
was
don't want to
involved.
go and chill in the back. They want to be involved.
Exactly. And it's your job as a performer to bring them to the stage. If they're not coming to the stage, you're doing something wrong. The bar isn't doing something right.
To an extent. You find out when you play enough shows that some places just fucking suck, bro. And there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. There's a multitude of reasons why that happens. It's a promoter issue. Like one time we played a show in Kent, Ohio, right? We were on a bill with we play progressive death metal. I just want to put that out there. We played with a 3-piece acoustic emo band. God. A 2-piece like hip hop like deal, and then like the band that played after us was kind of metal. So it was this weird eclectic show. So you got the cool, you got the 3-piece. It sounds good in theory.
Yeah, but if you're a fan going,
but it ain't all peanut butter
sound.
and jelly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it all just doesn't. These people were not prepared for what was going to happen. Oh no! When we bludgeoned them to death. With what we did. So sometimes you just have that, and there's not. It's not because it's just a bad book.
Yeah.
It's a bad book, and you just got to ride those shows out.
Honestly, so
heckle the crowd.
And some Bill Burr in
Philadelphia. Yeah, you heckle them. Yeah, you turn the heckle on them.
I kind of heckle them, but not so much like that. I'm like, I thought you guys paid $5 to see a hip hop show, not sit at the bar.
Yeah, we throw that out. It's like, all the time. It's like, this is a metal show, so liven it the fuck up.
Get metal.
Yeah, liven it the fuck up. But open up the pit. And that's fine.
Even though it's one guy running into a wall repeatedly, open up that pit.
The one-man pit.
Hey, that one man is going to be going ham.
Yeah, he's going to be so
lit.
If we're talking about
table up afterwards too. Yeah. If he's the only motherfucker
one
there,
person,
he's
you're
getting
1 for 1. You're 100%.
I'll get it.
Oh man, I remember the second show we threw. There were so many fucking people there.
Oh yeah.
And I remember Devin just walked up to me and he just looked at me right in the face. He's like, "This is it." He's like, I can't fucking believe there's this many people here. I'm like, dude, I can't either. We actually got our second show. We had a 8-day heads up for it. Like, hey, you guys want to do a show next week? I'm like,
that's a tough card, bro.
I was like, that's not a lot of time.
But
and Adam's like, oh, you'll pull it off. Don't worry. I was like, really, bro? Like, I really don't know how. And then we Devin
just don't give me any shit about how many tickets we sold.
I basically had, I had to talk you into letting me.
He did. Devin really had to talk me into it because I was like, I can't throw a show in 8 days. That's fucking.
It's like
nuts.
we could pull it off. Like it's easy because with the community that we have going on right now,
you all do it all the time. It's like you're ready now.
We have the contacts to where we could be like, hey, you guys, we have specific people that we know who are dope and who want to get their chance, come out and perform and shit like that.
Yeah, and it was really cool too because that was our most last minute, very quickly put together show, but it was also our most successful. And it's a show
it's crazy how that shit happens sometimes, and other times you can cross all the I's, dot all the T's. You can do everything. You went out, you flyered, you hit the streets and fucking flyered.
Exactly.
And it just flops.
But
you got to persevere because you do it long enough. You're going to do way more shitty shows than good ones. I hate to say it, kids. But you think you're going to go out there and you're going to be some kind of fucking rock star, some kind of rap star.
I mean,
Nah, man.
You need to throw a shitty show to know.
You're going to eat some dick. You're going to eat a lot of dick.
Well, I don't want to. Not intentionally. But
and then you're going to love how it tastes.
No, I won't.
You're going to love it.
I don't know. I have some
Road dog, baby.
Snapchats from Hashem that say otherwise.
They take my shit out of context all the time.
I got
fucking hate it.
screenshots.
Oh, that's how it is.
Outta
Hey,
here.
just stay ready so you don't got to get ready. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
That's all it is. Stay ready.
No, yeah.
For real though, those shitty shows are imperative to your growth.
They are.
And
how are you ever gonna enjoy the good show
Exactly.
if you didn't play the shitbag
exactly.
ones?
And how are you going to enjoy somebody else's company unless you haven't had personal strife and worked out your differences either? Like it works in both ways. You know, you don't just have to throw shitty shows. You have to know some shitty people to know some good people, or you have to go through the worst time in other people's lives and the worst, absolute most difficult situations until you can have some really fucking great ones.
No doubt, bro. You got to be dumb before you can be smart.
Facts.
You got to
Facts
accept
as
that
fuck.
you are stupid.
You gotta
Be
grow,
like,
man.
I know
You-
there's shit
What
I
is
can
that,
learn right now.
You don't get to
Mini
fall out of
Man
it, figured it all
by,
out right away. You got to
exactly.
figure it out with your fuck
50
ups.
Cent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Says the sunny days wouldn't be special if it wasn't for rain.
That's right.
Joy wouldn't
Yep.
feel so good if it wasn't for pain.
Yep.
Yo, I saw this.
That's one of the realest lines there is.
It is.
That's facts.
Yeah, so whenever I go through something with, somebody local, even somebody in my team or somebody in my family, I just try to keep in mind you know what, this situation, whatever it is, it's based on something that is so temporary and futile that I'm very certain in the future that there's going to be some reconciliation.
Yeah.
And that's what I always keep in mind. Whenever I get into it with someone, when somebody's disappointed in me, I'm not perfect. I understand that people get disappointed in me.
Sure.
And whenever that happens, I always try to, point out that, hey, this is not as big as you're making it seem. Hey, we are going to work through this, and we are
It's
going to
gonna
come back
pass.
together.
Yeah.
And it's going to pass.
If Pee Wee Herman got caught jerking off in a theater and then went on to do great
fucking
things.
love you, dude. Come
And
to
then
the
went
studio,
on
man.
and then went on to do
No,
great things.
for real. You guys have to come to my
Wait, is he
studio.
dead?
I'm not playing.
I'll lay some what we call smut tracks down, and you can just splice them in.
Dude, honestly,
is Pee Wee
okay.
Herman
I will
wait,
get
wait,
on.
wait,
I will
wait.
get on a metal
I
beat.
want to interview you for a second.
Okay,
So you
do
do
it.
progressive death metal, right?
Yeah, correct.
Would you be interested in doing progressive death trap?
Yes.
Yo, it's
I don't know
D.
what it is, but I'm gonna put it in, see what it
Yeah.
feels like.
Are you a vocalist?
I would be
For your
down
band?
to try that.
Oh, you are. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, I really want you to give me something. I want you to give me
We're
something
on to
really
something.
aggressive right now.
No, D would be all about that shit.
I don't think that this is the correct platform.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's.
I want to hear some after.
You could
For
just
sure.
check. You could just check out our shit.
Oh, I feel
Disillusion
my
Effect on Spotify.
Disillusion Effect?
Disillusion Effect.
Ooh, I like that.
You can just check it
taking
out.
that
Check
name
it
and
out
making
there.
an album.
We also got a show on Friday, December 14th at 123. So come.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
the
plug my
stomping
shit.
grounds.
I'll plug my shit. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
Do it.
I'm
yeah.
a slut like that.
Yo,
He had it. She had it. Now come get it.
Disillusion
Everybody can get
Effect mixtape coming out next month. No,
Me,
no,
me and the boys have been joking for a couple of years now. We're like, we should just do like an out of nowhere club banger,
Oh,
like
do
single,
it. Yo.
just to fuck with people, just to be like, yo, get ready for this new DE track coming out tomorrow. And just drop it. And everyone's
Honestly,
like, oh,
man-
bro. And then it's just a fucking straight club
Yeah.
banger.
People will eat that shit up because everybody hears, the whole auto-tune shit on trap beats. But when they hear someone screaming, it's like,
No,
this
we
is
were gonna
exciting
rap
as
and everything.
fuck.
Like we were gonna do something
shit.
completely against the
Yo,
grain of
honestly,
what our band does.
this is
Oh,
the
that's
guy
good
doing
though.
it.
That's
Yeah.
good though. Like
He is
I
literally
love
in
that
that
shit,
band.
bro.
Yeah.
What's going to be frustrating is that's probably going to be more successful than anything we've ever done. and we're going to
you
want
have
to
to change
quit.
your
And
whole
we're going to
style.
want to quit.
You're going to all become like your own individual SoundCloud rappers and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like,
We're all going to start doing solo projects.
what would your rap name be if you could choose a rap name?
Oh, mine would be French Vanilla, straight up.
Oh, yes. you?
That's
French
fucking
vanilla.
smooth as
French
fuck, bro.
Vanilla, baby.
That is so smooth.
Yeah, that's right.
Reptar the Destroyer.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Probably like Tommy Pickles.
I like that.
'Cause I'm bald.
Tommy
How
Pickles.
about reptilian chlamydia?
What would
I know
they
that's
do?
kind of a mouthful, but you can
Nobody
have
wants
fun
it.
with the syllables.
Nobody wants it, but they're curious.
Or they all say that they want it until they get it. That instinctual VD.
What would Daniel-
Primal.
I want a Daniel in here for real.
It's like the LimeWire Trojan of the human genome. Just hacks your whole circuitry, man. You fucks you up. Where did we go? For
What would
this?
Daniel's rap name be?
Yeah, I don't know.
Daniel?
Probably Metamucil 69.
Metamucil.
I don't even know what
That's
Metamucil
fire.
is, bro.
Metamucil
What?
is that shit, bro.
It's like medicine.
for real, it's
Fiber
that shit.
supplements.
Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mucinex
Not medicine.
69.
I said medicine.
When you're all clogged up.
I was thinking of music.
When Daniel had too much cheese.
That or like Life Alert.
Life alert.
Life Alert 6ix9ine.
Okay, so that would be your
I need to
individual
get up,
names.
like-
Would you still be Disillusion Effect if you went hip hop, or would you be?
How about we just be the DE boys?
The DE boys.
Not having to
That's what you
completely
guys
switch it up.
What about the ED boys?
Like,
The Arrested
I'll tell you what, we could probably get a sponsorship rocking that motherfucker too.
Yeah.
And if I'm cashing that
Sponsored
check,
by
you can say what you want.
Cialis.
Okay. Do you remember your lines from fucking How About You? Like, oh shit, there was that one line. Damn, she just like, big bunt that fucking with you. Da. Oh, don't speak to me, bitch. And then, man, I just forget. I forget what it is, but it was so fucking hard. You have to just give him. You have to give him something, bro.
I don't know which line.
Can't fuck with me, bitch. You know, I stepped to the mic and
Tweet was one of the first songs that I recorded, and I said, "That bitch be dirty. She get on her knee." What?
Oh no, yeah, that's the line that I really fucked with. It's like this bitch, she dirty. Like, God, I forget the whole thing, but it's like
She get on her knees, open her mouth, and say, "Shoot it like Curry" or something.
Yeah,
Bro,
like, no, I
get like
he's
weird,
really,
man.
He gets really
and like I
weird.
said earlier, I
love
just,
it.
dude, whatever. Like you turn on a beat, bro. Whatever the fuck comes in
He
here.
snaps.
See, that's what
you
I
get.
that's what I came up with though. Like I said, like that horrorcore shit back in the day. It's just stream of consciousness.
Dude,
rap.
just have fun. Literally create shit that was just fun for you to make, and people
Yes.
will digest it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you don't feel entertained musically, then that's what you like. I didn't feel musically entertained, so
Right.
that's why I was like, I need people around me, because I was like, nobody's pushing me, nobody's trying to change what I'm doing, and that's bad because I'm not growing. I'm just making
doing
whatever.
a little something outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
need that.
Like, you
You
know
need
what?
that.
Like if you're a chef and you just eat your own shit, then to you, you're like the best chef in the world, right? Because you're feeding yourself.
Yeah.
But if you're a chef,
Tunnel
you got,
vision, man.
Yeah,
Tunnel
you
vision.
got people to feed, and they're like, they fucking take a bite and they throw up and fucking Ralph everywhere, and it's just like, oh shit, obviously I'm a bad chef.
Must have
Now
been
I know
some
what to
romaine
fix.
lettuce in that motherfucker.
Oh shit! I had some romaine lettuce in my fridge the other day, and Dylan came.
Throw it out, bro.
No, yeah, Dylan came. Dylan came. He's like, yo, Dev, I know, like this is your lettuce, but we should probably throw this shit out.
Toss it.
People are getting E. coli. And
Yeah.
I was like, what?
For real, I
Stick to
didn't hear
spring
this.
mix for a little while.
Yeah,
Stick to that
my
spring
boss
mix.
got
See, that's a very
them
different
greens in.
friendship than what I have, because if I noticed that there was some romaine lettuce in the fridge, I would be like,
I'd have
yo,
made the
Caesar
motherfucker
salad. Yo,
salad.
Daniel, come here.
No,
If I knew it was gonna give him the shits, I would have made him a salad.
Dude, how fucked up is it that it's the healthy shit that's really gonna fuck you up now
Right?
with all these food
Bro.
With all the
recalls.
pesticides
You used to be
and
like,
shit.
dude, don't go to Taco Bell. You're gonna shit your fucking brains out. Now it's like, I'm shitting my brains out
I mean,
from this salad wedge.
I mean,
it's like,
Vegan,
what?
bro, this
but
shouldn't be
E. coli
happening.
sounds bad. But like, is it really that? Like, yeah, you'll have the shits for like a couple of days. But,
I'll
like,
tell
is
you
it
what
that
though, if
bad?
you're like an
I think
elderly
it can, like,
person or
get
like a
that
kid,
treatable.
it could kill you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because
yeah.
it could dehydrate
Yeah.
you into fucking. You could have like liver failure. And
It will
shit.
fucking
Well, I
kill
just
you.
turned
Have your
out.
internal organs shut down.
Yeah.
Well, I just so happen to not be either of those things.
Yeah.
so.
Well, I mean, you'd probably be fine, but you still might be so
No, yeah,
sick you'd
no,
have
yeah.
to go to the ER and get like a
Take a couple of days off
Oh,
work.
you have to get some IVs.
Gotta
get the
Get some
IVs.
You knew it was
An
coming.
IV.
I saw it in your
replenish.
face.
No, I've lived. No, you were talking about like the IVs, like after like a night of drinking or some shit. Like I've been thinking about this like before, like the past, like I think I saw it on like TV or some shit. But I was like, damn, like, you know, you just wake up in the morning after like you go to bed at like 5 in the morning. It was like a long bender, you know. And then it's like you just head over to like the hospital and be like, yo, just give me a bag of fluids.
Yeah.
And it's like just hook me up.
Give me that
Like-
saline, bitch.
Yeah.
That shit would be,
Bitch, I got saline.
you're instantly
Sipping that
hydrated.
saline.
Like
You got the fucking
okay to
40 in
succeed.
one hand and
Sup? I'm on Snapchat, guys. I'm on
yeah.
Snapchat pause. Hello.
What's up?
We're all
Shine-
wasted and
shine in my
talented.
head is
and
gonna
this is a
blind everybody.
podcast.
yo, I wasn't gonna do that.
It was
but
a
now that you
podcast
broke
until
the
they had
seal,
me
I'm
on
doing
here.
it.
It was, yeah. now it's just like discussion hour with you.
Well, guys, do you have any closing thoughts? Because believe it or not, we're at an hour and a half.
wow.
Wow.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Closing
fun.
thoughts.
Anything for you guys to plug? What do you got coming up?
Anything that we didn't get out there? That you guys want
I have shows coming up on out of state shows coming up in January and February. We're really stepping things up. We're pushing ITMG into full gear. We've also included Young and Able within our team now, and hopefully Scoob. We've got to talk to him. OTC Scooby, very cool guy.
Shout out
Very
Scooby,
cool
man. That's
guy.
my bro.
He's on No Jumper and shit. This kid's going hard.
No
I
lie.
fuck with him so hard.
Fucking
but,
A.
But yeah, we have a team, and like, you know, this whole first year has been us getting to know each other, us developing our style, and trying to polish things up, getting to where we need to be. Now it's time for us to spread our music and to really, really create a reach. January and February, we will be having shows at 123, but like I said, additional shows out of state that we're going to try to get booked.
Stay tuned, hoes.
Exactly. Stay tuned, you fucking hoes.
Big moves.
And obviously, you know, we're In Touch Music Group. We like to be in touch with not only you, but we like to be in touch with ourselves and our music, because we feel that that's how you make the most organic content, if it really is coming from the heart.
Real recognizes real, man.
Exactly, yeah. And you can tell that Yo It's D's music is coming from the heart, because he talks about all the fucked up shit that he wants to do in his mind, but he doesn't actually do it sometimes. Some of it he does, but no.
Honesty.
Maybe a little bit of it's true.
But
My
But
man
you
pulls
can
some
you,
shit.
you
That's
can
all
like
right.
think about whatever's true.
Yeah, honestly, here's my closing statement. If you really tune into ITMG, you realize that every single one of us has our own personality. There is no one mood that describes In Touch Music Group other than good quality music. If you're a stoner and you want to just sit back and relax and you've got some contemplative thoughts sometimes, Catching Zzz is your guy. If you're
Facts.
crazy as fuck in your head and you just want to fucking express yourself and let loose, but your society won't let you, listen to some Yo It's D. He'll talk about all that wicked shit that's going on in your brain. And if you're you're really trying to get turned, or you're trying to talk about some real shit and you want to hear some really cool sounding voices, Yo It's or fuck YP Dev. He's got the shit, not Yo It's Dev. Or YPD.
Holler at YP Dev.
But
when you got a lady over, you know what I mean? When you're trying to
if you want back in
Netflix
my
and
life,
chill.
then you gotta let me know.
Oh yeah,
Tell me
speaking
how
of, I got a couple plugs. All
Do
right,
it.
so like Catch Up, not Heinz, Catch Up. Like Catch
No
Up.
Heinz, but
Yeah, that music video just dropped. It's on YouTube.
That shit's hard,
YP
too.
Dev.
fucking A.
It's also on SoundCloud, and I also got a track with Catching Zzz coming out soon.
Yup.
Yeah, it's called Let Me Know.
Nice.
I vary a lot in like my music style, and this is more like I'm singing a little bit more in that, and it's I don't know, it's a real vibey type song, and I'm trying to get a music video done for that as well.
Beautiful.
So
Hell
yep,
yeah.
that's
Beautiful.
Honestly, real quick, I'm very proud of my team. I'm proud of every single one of you guys. I think you guys work your fucking asses off. And I'm so glad that I'm the one that you guys chose to work with, because, you can't just work with anybody. You need to build a personality, and you need to build some kind of connection. And I'm very proud of the work that we do. I really am. And I'm so glad that these gentlemen are choosing to express themselves to the fullest, and they really are not holding back, just how you guys are doing with your podcasting. This is passion, and I recognize it. Honestly, all art is connected. Art is art no matter what. Music is just as much of dance is music, as is movies, as is podcasting, man. It's all in the same vein, really.
It's all in the creative vein, man.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I appreciate the fuck out of you guys. Thank you so much for having us. It has been an honor. It's been so fun, and I've
been a
yeah,
lot
this
of
has
fun
been
today.
cool. This is
Yeah.
way cooler than I thought it was going to be, honestly.
we gotta hang.
Yeah, we
gotta fucking hang.
keep it loose. We keep it loose.
I was really excited for this, and I've listened to your podcast before, and it's like it always seems it's like really like chill, loose type of.
Real
This
quick.
podcast got a little lit though.
Yeah.
Day.
It had its moments.
Honestly,
I'm like a 40 in right now. I'm feeling
Yeah.
pretty good.
Real
Beautiful.
quick, because they shouted us out on their podcast. Shout out Pout and Gandhi.
Oh, yeah.
y'all
Shout
are
out,
the
Pat.
best.
Big
You
fan.
guys
Shout
are
out
fucking
Gandhi.
awesome. I really appreciate the fuck out of them.
Everybody supporting
I
your
learned from
artists.
everyone.
Support
Yeah.
your motherfucking
Exactly.
artists, people.
Exactly. Yeah.
Quit watching some
They've got
bullshit
some-
on
they've
YouTube
got
and thinking
some-
you're going out. You bullshit ass homebody
You got
YouTube
people
ass.
right here locally that's
Fuck
doing
you.
the same thing, man.
They definitely
Go see your
have set the
motherfucking
bar.
show.
They've
Yeah.
definitely
Go
see
set a
it.
bar though.
Yeah, for real. Come through, support some local music, man. I mean, live music is always better. That's been kind of the whole motto of 123 for years and years and years. And support that shit. Come through, have some fun, bring your friends. We all want to have a great time. Honestly, I want to do some shit with Disillusion Effect in some future shows. Like, damn. Like,
Tell you what, that nasty shit. Fucking
Yes!
EP, that banger.
Yes, please.
nasty.
Don't you worry
Make
about
me
that.
some rock beats, some
Worry
heavy
about
metal
that.
beats for Yo It's D.
Nasty shit. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming on, man.
Of course, man. Anytime.
One love. Appreciate you.
ITMG,
Hey, buddy.
we out, bitch.
ITMG, bitch.
ITMG shit.
Cause the